on the bottom, starting from bottom to top. They put the condiment, then they put the cheese, then they put the lettuce and tomato or whatever. Then they put the meat on top of that, and then they close the sandwich.
Meat at the very top? Nah.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. Yeah, I want that meat to hit my tongue first.
So what's the problem?
So meat under the bread?
Huh? Listen, there's some people that eat sandwiches upside down. There's some people that eat sandwiches sideways.
That's called a hot dog.
No. No. Like, imagine you get a Subway sandwich and you see someone with a Subway sandwich. I don't know, like a table in there or whatever, and they open the wrapper and they eat it sideways, like.
Sorry, chat. I had to jump up. So the tweet is live. Do me a favor, go give it some love. My food arrived late, so y'all are getting an impromptu mukbang. Well, I say my food arrived late. It's 100% my fault. I did not order it. And the reason I did not order it until I got home is because I never had the chance to order it while I was at work. And the reason I never had the chance to order it while I was at work is because Wuck Furk. Anyways, let's grab. Thank you for ending that sandwich heresy. Listen, it's just Ash trying to distract y'all. Looks like I gotta refresh YouTube because I don't see chat over there. There we go. Ah. Okay, chat. Let me send you over to this screen right here. This should be good. Oh yeah, yeah. This gives you guys a really good view of like my hair at the moment. My hair is like again. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like it's getting there. Our heroes tacos. They're like Greek tacos, and I am eating currently sesame chicken. Although God, these chunks are huge. Knife. Use knife. I'm not touching that. But how is everybody doing today? Hair looks majestic. It's getting to the level of majestic. It's not quite there yet. Frizzled, yeah. Okay. There are halal heroes. Wait, what's halal again? That like the doesn't contain pork? Daylight savings just hit you? Yeah, sorry. Again, I have to apologize to you guys for like not like being live on Monday. I just was absolutely not feeling it. I was super tired. And today I'm 100% super tired. The problem is I had a second cup of coffee, so I'm like amped still, so we're gonna do this. Trying to be Backstreet Boys? No. Maybe beat them. And Unicorn Overlord, how you liking it, Burning? Also, wait, where are you, Burning? Why are you not in Discord? Hello, Rain. And again, forgive me, guys. I'm just going to be eating here real fast. I'm going to try to wolf down as much of it as I can. I don't think that's how you spell Ramadan. Oh, is Mr. Resub date until I get hit with an ad? Like I said, it's my fault for not being live, but it happens. Chat, we've got the lotto on Friday. Like literally, like we go down for maintenance tomorrow night. So I hope you guys are prepared. Have you been enjoying Avatar? Yeah, it's been great. I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm impressed at how like funny the show is, and also at the same time like how good the actual plot line of it is. Like it legitimately feels like it's not necessarily a show for kids, but it's done in a kid way. Like, I think the only parts that annoy me in that regard are like when Aang makes a really like stupid face, or like there's just some like childish antic that he has where he like whines about something. But other than that, and those are pretty rare. Like they happen maybe once every like couple of episodes. So it's like outside of those, I don't necessarily even feel like it's a show for kids. Be fair, he's literally 12. Yeah. Well, 112. Literally. Oh, we've been watching the animation one because that's what people wanted to watch. We finished the entire first season, so we'll be starting the second season next week to give people something to watch while we grind in the lotto. Ah. Ah. Time to lock myself in a room for a week and do nothing but farm. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I've been seeing a lot of like doom and gloom in the FGO community. I mean, like, I'm not immune to it myself. I see all the things that people are saying, and I 100% kind of feel it myself. Like I'm not gonna say that these people are wrong for like thinking that FGO is not doing a good job and not producing content and getting annoyed at it. Like, I think the doom and gloom will go away for a little bit here because we're gonna have the lotto. Excuse me. We're gonna have the lotto on an A. We're gonna have ordeal call after that on JP. So I think like the community will get better about it. But yeah, I think legit like people's interest in the game is actually beginning to wane, and I think it's because the developers are just doing a piss poor job. I cannot sugarcoat that. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's like, oh man, they've got to do like they've got to do a better job, but they're still doing okay. I actually don't think they're doing okay anymore, chat. Like, yeah, they've got to do a better job, but this is no longer to me an acceptable pace. It's a live service game, and they're not producing content like it should be. We get basically one thing every month, if that. And from there, it's like we don't even get the actual main attraction for most people, which is story. But like, it had been once every 6 months. Now this most recent ordeal call is going to have been 9 months since the prior story chapter. So it's like, that's pretty rough. It sucks when doomers start being right. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I know people are going to say like, oh, well, Cad, you've been negative on the game and stuff like that. It's like, I've always been critical, especially the past couple of years. But I'm always critical from the point that like these things need to be talked about, and I hope that they do better. But like, again, I'm gonna hope that the developers can right the ship, but I'm not sure I have any faith in them to do so at this point. And I think it's an unfortunate reality. It's like, I think if there were going to be things that did right the ship, that did fix things, we would have already kind of seen a lot of those changes, and we really haven't. It's been, I think like that's what's happening in the community right now is due to this dead time. A lot of people are like realizing like, oh man, the devs aren't doing a good job. And they're thinking that this is like this most recent thing that it's like, oh man, it's time to call them out for it. The thing I'm going to say and point out is that, guys, this has been a thing for like over 2 years now. Like NA is hitting it, and that's what's making people wake up. But like JP has been at this pace. So it's like, I've seen a lot of people try to like yell at me and say like, oh, these things you're saying are just not true. You care too much about them. I'm like, do I? Like, do I see people all the time talking about how they're switching to Blue Archive or something like that. Or, you know, people just saying like, well, fine, I'll be back when there's more story. So I'm just going to say again, I think for people like you and I that like to play the game on a day-to-day basis, it's like, this sucks. It just does. So it's like, it's difficult for them to retain that excitement, that anticipation for the future if they're not actually like, you know, putting their best foot forward all the time. Maybe they're working on FGO 2. I mean, we could only hope, but chat, I've heard that sentiment for over 2 years now. Right? So who is best girl in Avatar so far? It's 100% Katara, but what was it? Azula or whatever her name is. She's pretty hot. She bitchy, but she hot. Zlani simply needs to make better characters. No, I mean I don't think it's a character issue. I really don't. I think the characters are decently enjoyable. I'm gonna say if anything, the reality here is that there's probably a little bit too many characters. They've carpet bombed and tried to like spit out a ton of 5 stars, and they're all like new rather than like, I hate to say this, nostalgia baiting. You guys saw like how Nito Chris Alter was received. So just imagine like some really hot waifu in the game that's gotten barely any attention, and then imagine giving them like this sexy Alter version. People go nuts, right? So it's like, I can't say that it's a character issue. I think people still like the new characters, but I think the problem is there's just no way in hell they can, at this point, do all the characters justice. There's like 400 characters, so. Marie Alter went, yeah, exactly. So you're saying Summer Air is soon? No. No, I'm not. I'm saying that would be smart of them, right? I don't know if they will. I know a ton of people who go bankrupt for Tamamo Aria. I do too, but I also feel like Tamamo Aria is like this like overhyped circle jerk thing. Where, don't get me wrong, like I think people really like her, and I think there is a contingent crowd that do, but I think people overestimate that, and a lot of it is just internet memery. But I mean, again, when I see like say the Twitter community that really doesn't like actually contribute much of anything to FGO, and just mostly circle jerk spoils and like post memes. When I see the Twitter community ranting that there's nothing to do, it's like, damn, even they're out of content. They have nothing to like bitch about, or sorry, they have nothing to like meme about at this point. So all they can do is bitch, and I get that, right? Blue Archive has so many bangers. I don't know about that, but like the artwork I see of Blue Archive is mostly the same couple of characters. But you see Rin fans go absolutely nuts if a new Fate game got a new Rin face, like what happened to Ferraria. You don't even need that. If you just literally put Rin in anything Fate related that comes out that's new, they'll still go nuts. It doesn't have to be new. And that is like the entire premise behind Arya, is like Tamamo fans are always going to go nuts for her anyways. Oh, I think he means the music. Oh, okay. Honkai announced Cowboy Doman. Shit was weird. That does sound weird. I mean, I'm also going to say this, okay, chat? Don't take this the wrong way, but this is my firm belief in this issue. It doesn't... I'm not going to, like, insult anyone in this, but I do feel like if your response to FGO not having that much to do is to go pick up and play other gacha games, you might be like addicted and you might have a problem. And the reason that I say that is because FGO not having as much content. Well, I mean, yeah, like I might go play other fake content. I might go play other video games. But my urge isn't immediately to go pick up another gacha game and start trying to gamble on that. Right? In the end, what matters is what the Japanese think. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think the English-speaking community overestimates itself the majority of the time. Not that we don't matter, but I think, like, especially the English speakers that play on JP, they don't listen to people like that. Hmm. Ah. Sorry about that. I had a big chunk of chicken just, like, stuck to my face. Manager gambling. Yeah, it's like... I'm not gonna say like there's a problem with like FGO's having downtime going and finding like other new things to do. I think that's fine. I don't think people should necessarily compensate for gacha games being dull by playing more gacha games. I do get why people like gacha games, but I think this becomes more and more apparent over time, for me at least, as somebody that remembers the era pre-gacha games, as somebody that remembers the era pre-live service model, pre-microtransactions, all that. Like, we've actually had a little bit of renaissance in gaming here. We've actually had a little bit of, like, old school style games where it's like, hey, there's either no microtransactions and it's feature complete, or it's, like, got very small microtransactions that at least are, like, pretty price conscious. And I think that's good, right? So it's like, I think something that's apparent to me is when I go and play these other games that it's like, yeah, gacha games absolutely don't value your time or your money. They're ultimately time and money sinks. Like if we look at an MMO is a subscription model. And even at the time that MMOs came out, they usually were like considered to be time and money sinks. Now, retroactively, with gacha games in the mix, we can look at an MMO and say like that $15 subscription a month, that's nothing. That's actually nothing compared to the amount of like actual cash that a gacha game makes. No content, play Pokemon, Elden Ring, new games on Steam. Yeah, exactly. Or again, it doesn't have to be a new game on Steam. Go back and play an old game. Like, if you've been like, oh man, I really wanted to play through like Final Fantasy X again, or like, oh man, I really wanted to play like some Mario Kart with my bros, but I didn't have the time. Like, that's the time to do it. Like, oh yeah, don't get me wrong. There's still plenty of shit games too, but at this point, all the gamers know and avoid it. All the Command and Conquer games are available on Steam. That's my FGO holdover. Oh, it definitely is, because you're going to bald at them and want to quit them. Especially the old control systems. So I read MHFU as Monster Hunter fuck you. Do you think Arthur will get a buff in 2 days on JP? Wait, why specifically 2 days? You think just because of his banner? I mean, maybe that'd be okay, but like, I'm gonna say if they give Arthur a buff in 2 days, and this is the problem I think the devs have, they really can't win at this point, because like, will I be happy that Arthur gets a buff if he gets one in 2 days? Yes. Will I call them out on their bullshit? Yes. Yes, I will. I will call them out on not buffing Arthur with the buff that he actually needed for like 9 years, and then like pulling it out with no pomp and circumstance in the middle of a Chaldea Boys raid up. Right? Like nothing to do with story, nothing to do with anything like that. Yeah, I'll give them absolute shit over that. So it's like I'll be happy if he gets it, but I can't count on banners and story leading to buffs. Yeah, I think, chat, there's anything that's apparent, even though like the buffs they've done this year have been okay, they're not buffing nearly as much as they should. So it's like they've got to like double down and do some more. Let me be right back, chat. I think my capture card is plugged into the wrong thing. It'll just take me a second to switch it over. I think it's still that way from Final Fantasy last week. Is there it is. Okay, here is today's artwork. And hello, Esoteric. Here is it for you guys here on Twitch. And we should be good to go. Dinner was good though. I mean, I still have my rice here in front of me, so we all know that we're waiting on the Grand Artoria that was data mined, CAD. Sure. Hope for the same for SR, but oh well. Yeah, I think there's certain things that the devs have done over the years that have really sapped people's like energy and excitement for the game. And I think stuff like that, like where you just have these units that are perpetually unbuffed that absolutely need it, right? For instance, Semiramis. And you go like, why? Right? Like to me, again, I'm gonna use the same logic argument I've used in the past. Like, why? Why does this seem like a good idea to the devs? When the reality is that if they would actually just buff the unit, people would be more willing to roll. I don't understand it, and I never will. Like, I understand that it's probably difficult to actually do a bunch of like balance changes and implement them into the game, but that is quite literally their job. It is what we're paying them for. And make no like disbelief here, chat. You are paying the devs, like one way or the other, okay? If you're free to play, in theory, you're not. But like anyone that has spent any money on the game is paying the devs. So it is their job. It is what they're supposed to do. I remember being excited about Semiramis many moons ago. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. I think that's what like ultimately has hurt a lot of people's enjoyment. And I'm gonna say this, and I hate to say it, but I know how popular they are. But chat, LB6 in a weird way is like the worst thing to ever happen to FGO. And the reason why is because they circle jerked the units to all hell. They let them remain meta for like the end of time. And as a result, we don't really have a whole lot of like changeover and a whole lot of desire for like people to get hype about anything else. So at the end of the day, I think that's what's really holding people back. Is I think their favorites are just not a thing. They are almost never used in stories. They are almost never buffed, and I think it's beginning to salt people. Everyone got stuck on it, devs included. Yeah. Exactly. And I think it's basically with LB6 that you see them transition into this, hey, I'm only going to look forward. So it's like, it's not that like, oh man, the LB6 units are bad for the game or anything like that. Of course, did I not pop? No, I just actually didn't kill. Nice. That must have been a low roll. McTankles, thank you for the 44. But yeah, I think that's kind of what it is basically it's LB5 into LB6. We see this like transition amongst the devs as to like their strategy. This is also kind of when the transition happened over from like Lasingle at that point, or sorry, Delightworks basically coming off the back end of 5. So I think that's where you really start seeing their plans come to fruition. And I think that's where all of a sudden they just start going like, okay, well, we're going to do LB6. Everyone really liked that. So like, okay, so we're going to double down and we're going to keep using LB6 stuff. We're going to put them in events. We're going to give them their own events. We're going to like 100% keep giving them banners because they're super popular and they make us money. Then on the flip side, we're going to keep doubling down on new units and we're going to keep doing new units. And in that time, what gets lost is the old units. So even as they started to kind of try and phase out some of the LB6 hype over and over again, we're still only focusing on the new. We have to keep moving forward. Don't look back. Don't look at any of the other units that we used to have. And I think that's kind of the problem that they have, is that because they're just always trying to do the next thing and they're so short-staffed seemingly, they don't ever have any time for the old stuff. And I think that's ultimately like, you want to look back on the game and you want to think like good thoughts and stuff like that, but it becomes a problem when the devs basically don't let you. We've had, what, 5 LB6 focused adjacent events? Yeah, I agree. I agree. So it's like, in a weird way, LB6 is like both the savior of FGO and like the thing that people, it reinvigorated people. People got super hyped. People came back to the game for LB6. But it's also that, like, I think at this point now, the potential ramifications of it are bad. Like that it, while it did kind of get people excited, it also was sort of delaying this, like, realization that the devs are somewhat stuck in their ways and having problems behind the scenes. Didn't they double down when they made the eighth Annie year 5 and on GSSR? Yeah, pretty much. So it's like they basically made a GSSR that didn't include the older units because there were too many units to include at that point, and they just said, all right, it's just these units on forward. I don't get why we seriously don't have animation updates. I do. I can 100% explain why you don't have animation updates. It's just not a good explanation. It's not like I can tell you it. It's not going to make you happy, and that's sort of, I think, the issue at play. Ruby, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate it. All 37 programmers too busy. Yep. Stubborn JP devs never heard of that. Yeah. So it's like, I think that's just what it is. It's just a simple and easy case. And Chad, I think the reason that I'm saying these things to you is to give you some perspective on it, to allow you to cope with it. Like, because I don't think there's any good that's going to come. Wow, I did not pop all of my shit there. Did I? I don't even think I popped his steroid. Oh, thanks for the buff removal. No, I did pop a steroid. I didn't pop... Oh man, we're having a great time. At least I looped him. But like, it's again, it's to help you guys cope. It's to help you guys realize that, like, yes, there's not a whole lot going on with the game. And you can either choose to get mad about it and rage and quit, or you can just choose to be patient, wait it out, and hope that the devs one day realize and make the changes. But I think the most powerful way to vote in any way, shape, or form with your wallet. Like, if you don't think FGO is doing a good job, stop spending money on FGO. And you won't hear me advocate for that very often, right? But like, I think that is the best way that you can like make your voice heard. If FGO's revenue starts dipping, one of two things is going to happen. Either FGO will begin to actually like close up shop, which I don't think will be the case, but certainly could be possible. Or that at that point, they will go, wait, there's a problem. We're not making as much money. Why aren't we making as much money? And they'll actually take a look at it and have some self-introspection at that point. But again, I don't know, right? Like, it may be a case that they just might already know and they might already see all the signs. If it doesn't bring them money, it's not a priority. It's harsh reality. Yeah, probably. Praise for the amount of money the game makes. I mean, those 37 are not the only devs that the game has. But yeah, I do think it's actually pretty concerning that they only have 37 of them. But yeah, I think it's a good, healthy thing to have that perspective, to understand, and to be able to say like, okay, it is what it is. There is nothing you can really do about it, Chad. It's not your fault. It's like, if you're someone that's been playing this game every single day, whether you spent money on the game or not, it's not your fault. Like, you 100% have been the most loyal you possibly could be to this game. So. For each death, they have 2 to 3 managers. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna assume that like their classifications there are pretty weird. So. But it's my advice to you guys is take the time, go play like some of the visual novels, go try to play through like Extella or Samurai Remnant more. Or again, just go play something else that's not Fate related in the interim. Like, you look at me, Chad, I've been vegging out on Monster Hunter. It's been fun. I've been enjoying it. We are up to, I think the next fight for me and Moons is a Latreon, which I don't know that we're ready for that, but I've been going back through and doing some of the like side content to like unlock some of the like missing like chef stuff that I hadn't done. Set up your radial yet? No, I still have no idea, and nobody ever helps me with it. If it goes on sale in a few days, it probably will. I don't know that it'll be a huge one, but did you get more Safi hammers? I have 3 Safi hammers, but no. I actually replaced the Safi hammer because I have Raging Brachiodeos hammer now. Next time we can sort it if need be. Yeah. I also Remnant was surprisingly good. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, I liked Remnant at one point when we get the time here, post-tax season, chat. Post-tax season. When I actually get the time, we're gonna start playing through more Remnant. And I don't know what the future holds for me with FGO at this point, chat. Like, I'm gonna say this. I love FGO. I will always love FGO. It's always gonna have a special place in my heart. I have streamed this game and become big off this game. And I say big, like big relative to the average streamer. Okay, I'm not like I don't have such a like huge ego or something that I assume that like, oh, I've achieved like god status or some bullshit and I'm like Mr. Big Shot and like everyone need pay attention to me. Nothing like that. Just that I've been successful and that this community has made me who I am today. But in the future, I don't know that I will necessarily be covering FGO as much as I have on stream. It doesn't mean I'll stop playing it. It doesn't mean that I will like hate it or anything like that. It just means that like the reality is that there's not as much going on in the game, even playing both servers. So I think there will just probably actually be days where I just don't do FGO on some of those days. And I think that's just the sad truth and reality that I'm headed towards. Whoop. Apparently I didn't move my mouse. And Addo, thank you for the 26. And Residente, thank you for the 44. Hope you guys are doing good today. Can't make content with no material, unfortunately. Yeah, and I do have some other content ideas still, things that I would like to do. The reality here is that I just actually do not have the time. Like, again, I could not even order my dinner because I basically was busy all the way right up until I had to leave at 6 o'clock. So it just happens. Some of these days are like this. This week sucks. And as much as I like dread the coming lotto and the tedium of that, I'm also like, oh, if I can just make it through Friday. Because Friday is our deadline, so. I wonder how good FGO gameplay would be if it was like Warframe. I don't know. I'm like, for me, Warframe's a bad example because I don't like Warframe's aesthetic in the slightest. I think Warframe is one of the ugliest games I've ever seen, at least in terms of its characters. But But like I understand people like the grind. It's a looter shooter in that regard. So hello Kazari. Or Metroid games win. Ooh, that's a good one. I need to like find the time. I was also hoping that we would get an announcement for like Metroid 4 or something like that. Which is kind of wild that we still haven't to this day. I remember when FGO was the entire stream on most weekdays back year 3 to 4. It hurts, but I understand why you're cutting back on FGO again. Yeah, like, and it's wild, right? Like those of you that have been here long enough, like Sino, y'all remember. Chat, I used to stream FGO 5 days a week, 4 hours a night. That's how much content I could get. There were certainly times where I would like stall and talk like about lore or about the game or something like that and not actually like play during those 4 hours. But the fact that I was able to like get away with crap like that's actually really funny. Also, hold on, I just noticed this, chat. I just noticed this. Oh, hold on. I think I accidentally closed this down. Did y'all see y'all see that? That's not a plus. I had not noticed that, legitimately. Yeah, I had not noticed that this is a star. It's not even 90 plus plus. It's now a star. Like, what the fuck? That's just stupid. I thought that was known. Listen, I'm gonna say a small little detail like that, Avalon, is like not something most people would notice. I guess they chose not to do 90 plus plus plus. Yeah, I mean, and I think that is a good choice on their part because that just sounds stupid, right? I just remember Chubbs asking if we got a new star node. Yeah. Star plus plus coming soon? Oh, please God, no. We'll have 90 star star star. Mm-hmm. We'll have 5-star 90. Meanwhile, Babbage still has a plus plus plus. Yeah, there are a couple. Just do level 100 onward already, cowards. And that's like, I'm actually surprised that they haven't like done something like that. They haven't gone like, hey, you know what? What if we did like an expansion where everyone's level got raised? I even talked about that as one of the possibilities back when LB7 came out, because we had strong hints of something higher than level 120. Will they upgrade FGO again or make a bunch of phones unplayable for it? Good guess. I have no idea. Like, I don't think anyone would have any idea. We need that coin fix for that. Yeah, and like, this is why it's so crazy to me. Like, you can kind of see the things that they've set up and done, and then it feels like they just don't pull the trigger on it sometimes. And I understand, like, you have to have content in the future. You can't just, like, play all of your cards at once. But, like, bro, there's a difference between playing all of your cards at once and not playing any of your cards. Right? Like, it's like asking to draw cards and you submit your entire hand because you want a new hand. I don't even have a level 110 servant yet, and you guys are talking about 150. Like I said, I think the easy way to get to 150 would just be to raise the actual level cap to 120. So, like, now all of a sudden you can just level everything. And if you think about that, that would just add a shit ton, especially if they added new ascensions, that would add a shit ton of, like, new stuff. The problem with that is you would actually need, like, content to justify it. And I hate to say it, that even if they were to implement content, like, one of the biggest issues I think that would, like, come into play is, like, okay, but how are you going to justify making us ascend the character more and you're not like giving us new art or like new animations or anything like that? So that would be the problem. Already know they have a lot of artists. Yeah, but whether or not they use them, I think that's the issue. People complain about the grails they spent to get to 120. No, and what I would say is that at that point, that like, so imagine, if you will, that the level cap for like an SSR goes from 90 to 120. Then any grails that you spent basically getting to 120 this way would just be added in addition to this. So if your unit is already 120, they just basically get immediately jumped to 150 because of that. Or maybe you just have to level them. Like basically it would just be there's 30 new levels that you can spend embers on. So it's exclamation point current song. We'd need more coins. I don't think that something like that would necessarily need coins. But yeah, I mean, I think you need coins to actually get people to start grailing to 120. I'm not sure when it'll ever be implemented. Oh, I'm it's all hypothetical, chat. I'm not guaranteeing they do this at all. Past 120 is just use quartz? No, I don't think they'd ever do that. They would, and the reason why is because they would get utterly fucking slammed. That would be like, I've said this long and many times before, chat, but like, the only thing that will ever kill FGO is FGO. FGO will continue to keep going on until FGO sticks its own foot in its ass. That's gonna be what'll finally do it in. In the same way as like WoW, right? Like World of Warcraft has been around for so damn long, and the only thing that's gonna kill it is itself. It's if the devs make bad decisions, that will ultimately hurt it. Zero, thank you for the follow. Coins would be criminal, yeah. Recently started a new account on FGO and was shocked to see still see the old animation of that scene between Mash and Salter. Yeah, I mean they've never gone back and done stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna say while it looks kind of jank at times, it's not the end of the world, nor is it that bad. Like, I think people will continue to play the game regardless of like how the animations for the game look. But I do think that the ultimate problem that this game faces is its content issue as it moves ahead. You see Cowboy Bebop skins in Overwatch 2? I did, and it's funny because I saw like the stills from the trailer, right? And I saw like the tweet comparing the two. I'm just looking to see if I can find it real fast. Is it $25 per skin? That's actual scum. Yeah, like okay, here's a shitty meme, right? But it 100% like gets the point across. Okay, like chat. That's McCree. Like they look so bad. It looks like McCree with a fucking like bird's nest on his head. And I understand that it's like, well, you're not going to get it to be 1-to-1, but it's like they didn't slim up the face at all. Like it looks so bad. And I've definitely seen people because it's like I'm trying to find the Ash one. because the Ash one to me is the more jarring of the two. Yeah, okay, so the chat, like here is what they had in the like collab trailer. I'm like, god damn, that looks hot, right? Right? Like that's some good shit. And then it's like I think this is someone's YouTube thumbnail. And then it's like, this is how she actually looks in game. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that just looks trash. Like that just looks actually bad. Like, I don't care. It just looks bad. There's no way in hell I would pay for that skin. I will say Maga looks fantastic. I haven't seen his. Is he Jet? But yeah, like not a chance. I was gonna say I'd figured he'd be Jet because that's like the only one he could fit. But no, not worth. Yeah, just hire the porn artists. They do better work. You're not wrong to a degree. Where is Ein? I think chat isn't Ein supposed to be the hamster? Isn't it hamster? That's Ein. Yeah, like here they all are in game. And it's like I like I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like Ein really to me. I understand they're trying their best, but yeah. Like, okay, so like, and I'm gonna be real here. This does not look like manga. It doesn't. Like out of all of them, this actually just looks like Jet, 1-to-1. Like that, I agree. That's the best one. By far, because they just actually changed his head. Like straight up. But yeah, no. And I understand. They've said like, oh, well, it's the characters cosplaying. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. It just looks bad. I literally don't care. It just looks bad. And I understand that like a big reason for them not wanting to change it is because like they don't want it to change hitboxes. They don't want like any confusion. Because I think like, you know, something that I've heard about from playing League throughout that time was that like they had to like actually ban certain skins in competitive play because the hitboxes were like very deceptive. Like you would think that you weren't gonna get hit because it didn't look like the hitbox would reach you, but it did because the sprite work was just different. So like, yeah, I can absolutely understand why they don't want to, but as far as I'm concerned, it just looks bad. Gogat. The one that I knew was Thresh, I think, with his hooks. And then I think was one of the purple chick with the orbs. Whose name I cannot remember. Syndra, yeah. I think one of the Syndra skins was as well. How the hell are they altering the hitboxes with skins? They can figure out how to have the same hitbox for all characters. I don't know. I did hear like some of the drama, I guess, with regards to this was that chat, wasn't it a case of like, I guess like because of the whole Maga issue with his insanely large hitbox, they decided to basically make all tanks hitboxes the same, which like everyone was malding about. Isis skin got banned too. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. doing? At media. Gonna go look up what the CQ is because I doubt at this point, chat, I don't even go to fandom for JP stuff. I basically just go to at media because fandom's been trash. Uh, yeah, different with particle. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I haven't played Overwatch 2 since like last year at some point. I want to say it was like summer of last year. And like I said, I don't hate Overwatch 2 gameplay wise. I actually really like it, but at the end of the day, it gets boring for me, and the thing that keeps me playing it are my friends and the progression system. And the progression system for Overwatch 2 to me just feels way worse. Like to me, it's crazy that loot boxes basically feel like they were a better system than the current system. And so, like, until they actually start changing the pace at which you can unlock shit, I'm not going back to that game. What's up, CZ? And Frostwolf, thank you for the 31. How's it going? Okay, so this is multiple enemies. Wait, is it a... Okay, no, it's not a 3-wave. Like, it's multiple waves, but it's a 1-out-of-1 battle. So it's a servant gauntlet. Wait, Yang has damage resistance if you beat the other two people? Oh, okay. While they're on the field, she has special resistance. God, that's JP translation. Sometimes with Google Translate can be confusing. The Vanguard and Rear Guard switch places every 4 turns. Oh, that's gonna be spicy. Oh wow, and then we get NP seal when attacking normally. Hold on, let me double check something here. I don't remember if the like I know it does with offensive buffs, but I don't think it includes I don't think it includes NP seal in that. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Did you end up playing Alan Wake 2? No, I refuse to play anything that's Epic Game Store. I may make exceptions if I receive it for free, but I just basically don't want to support Epic Games. It's like if it eventually comes to Steam, I will play it, but like I never really played the first Alan Wake either, so like I know Creamy does. Creamy really loves them. But like for me, it's not like I have anything against the game personally. It's just a simple case of like, yeah, I just don't want to support that store. So we could go Invincible comp here. I still don't have MLB of Fragment of 20,003. It's the support one. I'm just debating if I should do chat. Do you think I should do AoE or single target? AoE's better here. That's what I figured. Still too much. Still too much. Man. I don't normally do this, but let's go ahead and go with Shiki here. And we'll try it. I think the problem is going to be going up against the foreigner, but that'll be what that'll be. Hello, I just leech free games off Epic. I don't even want their free shit. Like, I'm not even going to give them that download for their metrics. I want them to know that they paid for access to a free game and that I still wouldn't take it from them for free. That's what I want them to understand. Like, yo, it's free. It's too expensive. I'm sorry. Not at the cost of my soul. I forget why Epic is so bad. The issue with a lot of people and why they don't like Epic is because Epic basically started trying to do exclusives in the PC gaming world, which hadn't really been a thing prior to that point. Consoles had always had exclusives, but like it had really only ever been a console concept. And then yeah, there's numerous other reasons that people don't like them, but so much grinding and no Charlie in my JP. Oof. Doesn't Ubisoft have exclusive games on their launcher also? Yeah, I also don't like Ubisoft. Dad with the Booba Art Classic. Yep. Exclusives for consoles have always been bad for the consumer. I mean, like, I understand why they're a thing. I'm not someone that usually gets butthurt about it. What I really didn't like was Epic going out there and taking games that were going to release on both platforms and physically buying them off of Steam. So, I don't know if you guys remembered, but Metro Exodus was releasing on Steam, was available for pre-order, and had to cancel and refund people's pre-orders because they made a deal with Epic. And like, even the developers were coming out and saying, yeah, this was our producer that did this. We hate this too. And that's also why when the game came back to Steam like 6 months later, they offered it half cost, which is great, by the way, because it set the standard that now if you're someone that was Epic exclusive and you come to Steam, when you're first offered on Steam, you offer at a sale. And I love that. I fucking love that that happened now. Otherwise, I was thinking for competition with Steam, it's good. Here's the issue with that. For competition with Steam, it's good for the developer side of things, not from the consumer. Chat, I want you to name me a store that does a better job than Steam. Like for PC gaming. I'll wait. I'll wait. Because like there really isn't anything that has all the same bells and whistles that Steam does. Yeah, GOG is close. GOG is probably the only other launcher I'll actually use without like being pissed off. GOG is its own thing. But like Microsoft? No, Microsoft Store is terrible. Holy shit. I hate using the Microsoft Store. Like, how are you going to say that's better than Steam? That shit is so bad. It doesn't even have the proper like filters and shit to be able to like navigate. I can't even make something on the Microsoft Store download to a different drive. That shit is ass. Steam's been a net positive for a long time. Yeah. And that's like the thing that I'm trying to point out is the reason Steam is so good, chat, is because Steam is consumer oriented. Like it puts the consumer first. So if it's mistreating anyone, it's mistreating the developers most of the time. And that's one of the reasons that you see stuff like Epic Games and people like trying to combat Steam is because they do not like that Steam has such a monopoly, because Steam basically takes a like 30% market cut, okay, which is unfortunately the industry standard at this point. Then over here you have like Epic Games saying I think they're only like a 12% cut, and they're being like, hey, yeah, we're pro developer. And it's like, yeah, but you're actually not. Like, because a lot of the shit that you do, you don't support the developers that actually are on your system, and you're actively just trying to buy them out off of Steam. All you're doing is trying to combat Steam, and that's the only reason why. So again, this is why a certain subset of developers want Epic, but I'd still even tell you the majority of developers want Steam, or at least recognize that Steam is what all of their consumers prefer. And so that is one of the big things that I think really drove Epic early on. But yeah, it's like ultimately at the end of the day for that 30%, while yes, it is quite the haircut, you're getting way more support from the Steam staff, and you're also basically getting access to the biggest market. And the reason it is the biggest market is because that 30% goes towards making the consumer experience a lot better. That's why you're actually able to refund days later if you need to. It's why you're actually able to like try out demos. It's why there's community and thank God mod hosting at this point on Steam, because Lord knows sites like Nexus and shit are becoming like actual censorship sites and shit like that, which I just think is stupid. So at the end of the day, yeah, Steam is absolutely the best product out there for you, the consumer. And that is why it's so popular still to this day. It's not perfect. It definitely has its issues, but like 100% Stadia. Yeah, okay. So like the whole point is again, that's why like I prefer Steam. I agree. I think competition is good, but at least in the case of Steam is just flat out beating the pants off of all the other marketplaces. And the reason why it is because it's consumer oriented compared to the Ubisoft launcher, the EA launcher, Epic Games Store. Each one of these is just like, it's just a cash grab. They're just trying to be their own separate market so that they don't have to pay any fees to anyone else. But also on the flip side, they don't want to offer any of the bells and whistles. So it's like, you go in there, it's trash to navigate, it's difficult to find the game you want. Oh, all of a sudden, like, your game gets bricked or uninstalled from your account, like has happened to me with EA, or in the case that we already know of, I believe it happened once with Ubisoft as well. So, like, yeah, no, I just don't want to deal with those other companies. I really don't have any issues with Steam. I'm not going to say I've never had an issue, but, like, most of the issues that I've had happen with Steam were, like, external to Steam. It was like, oh, a game developer gave me a Steam key that didn't work. Why? Because the game developer gave that key to someone else. Or, oh, somebody tried to hack into my account on Steam. Why? Because Steam is where all my games are. And they weren't successful thanks to Steam's actual security systems. So, again, that's kind of my entire point. Is that, like, yeah, I'm A-okay with competition, but Steam is actually oriented towards the player, the consumer, versus the EA, Ubisoft, and Epic Game stores where they are only oriented towards making the company more money. And that, I think, is just terrible. And all of those competition launchers, bar Epic, eventually ran back to Steam with their tail between their legs. Yep. I think they realized that, like, they couldn't, like, do it better. They thought they could, but they couldn't. Well, it's not going to matter who I target here, but let's go for it. There's a pretty disconnect with the others in terms of understanding what the consumer wants. Yeah, and I think that should be apparent to any of you guys that have actually like used those stores and then like gone and used Steam. Steam is usually a lot easier to search, a lot easier to navigate than any of the others. It is way more informative than most of the other stores are as well whenever you're viewing a product. And like, dear God, like that's my biggest issue with something like, say, the Microsoft store. Common Gaben W. Yeah, the whole like concept of piracy. Gaben went out and said eventually that like piracy was a service issue, and that like people are pirating something because they either don't have access to it in their country, they can't get it in their language, or basically you've done something to make it like prohibitive for them to actually acquire the product in some way, shape, or form. So a lot of people are going to get a lot of people are going to pirate something if it's better than the service provided. And like I said, this was talked about the other day with regards to like something like Netflix, where if you can manage to like, say, download something from Netflix and the quality that you receive from the download on Netflix is like, you know, like 160p or some crap like that, you're not going to download from Netflix. You're not going to like load it to your device and try to like play it that way. You're just going to have to stream it. Well, then if their streaming service is also on the fritz and not doing good, you're also going to, at that point, just be up shit's creek. So what's your only alternative? It's to pirate. If you actually want to watch the show in any sort of watchable capacity, you're going to pirate it. And that's kind of the issue at play. Basically, if a company makes like purchasing the product a more miserable experience than just straight up stealing it, people will steal it. And it's kind of wild, to say the least. The pirates provided a better service. Yeah. You think we're rolling on 2 of the 3 SSRs this year? What about Cheerleader Snake Pass for you? I still haven't decided. I'd have to go look to see like if I actually did in my plans, but I don't remember whether or not I did. Let's see. Don Quixote is there. We've got Roland. Roland's going to be a bit of a problem here. Gonna do it like that. It's unfortunate. Roland came out right after I NP'd. Piracy is industry skill issue, quite literally. And you know, I've been watching a lot of videos lately while I've been busy at work that have, you know, like they're good just for like video game discussion and like keeping them on in the background. But I think it's important to at least like go, hey, you know what? Like, yeah, these are actual issues within the marketplace, and it's all because the marketplace only cares right now about like making more money, and it doesn't care about what the consumer wants. The problem at play, I think, with all of this is that video game consumers are pretty bad. They have very low self-control, and like, it's nice to say like, oh, hey, you know, vote with your wallet. Don't actually like go out and purchase the thing. A lot of people end up caving, and if it's a game that just looks good or is hyped by other people, they'll end up buying it themselves. And I think that naturally just becomes an issue for a lot of people. Okay, so I have 2 options here. Option number 1. Not damage him. Oh, so we actually flipped Yang out. That's intriguing. Wait. Does Roland have Invuln Pierce? I don't think he does, but I learned my lesson with No Man's Sky. Yeah, I think No Man's Sky was... Oh, he does. It's straight up on his NP. Oh. If I MP with Musashi, the problem here is that she will MP seal him. And then I'll just end up dealing with it again the next turn. So I actually have to let him MP. And I think the fastest way to deal with that is going to be something like that and pray for the lucky Castoria crit. Proto then Castoria? I mean, I could, but I'll hold on to it for a second. Getting a lot of those McDonald's anime ads. It's been wild because like I eat at McDonald's almost like once a week at the current point. And it's been wild to see like, you know, like I get a receipt and it's like got Japanese anime on it. And I'm like, what is this shit? It's like, are they on to me? Have they figured out? They know I'm a weeb. Like, it's just funny to me to see. Okay, now we got Don Quixote. We're gonna go ahead and dodge with Muchachi. We're gonna go ahead and use that on Castoria. One more turn, I get a lot more firepower, so I think that's gonna be the go-to. So we are gonna stall. And we are basically just going to kind of try to keep beating up Roland as much as we can. Mostly because I actually just need Roland to, like, die. Because he literally NP seals with every attack. I'm hearing that I should go to McDonald's again. No. There's, like, that's all it is. It's just, it's a promotional thing. I don't even think there's, like, anything you can purchase that actually is. Like, I think they have, like, some manga you can purchase there or something like that. But I didn't look into it too much. There's no like Happy Meal type crap. Oh, that's actually tilting. We're going to do it like that. Protect the party. The receipt is all I need, yeah. Why is the assumption that Savior Quick is going to be a new unit if they buffled? So I'm going to flat out tell you, why would people assume that they're going to buff an old unit at this point? Right? Like that is the equal and opposite counter to that. But I do agree. It's like it could be either or. It could either be a new unit or them buffing old units. But if the solution is as simple as them buffing old units, why the hell haven't they done it? So. Hello, Mr. Creamy. How's it going? New quick support would bring more money. I do agree with that. I think that's probably why most people think it is because they make a lot more money by just releasing a new unit. Oki has been around. They haven't touched her. Oh no, they've touched her. It's just not in a good way. Uh-oh. How did that happen? Oh, he got NP charge per turn, and I did not notice that. Well, fuck a duck. Wait, also, did somebody buff strip me? What the shit? It had to be a bar break effect for Roland. Yeah, that's... Bro, fuck off. Fine. Fine. You can play at this game. Senor. If you pull blind break, then I pull command seal. Roland stripping you lore accurate, yes. Nintendo radicalized me for piracy. I don't know. I'm someone that like I'm very much the epitome of like what Gaben talks about, where it's like I will not pirate something if I have the means to freely and easily purchase it myself. Will I pirate something if I cannot gain easy access to it? Hell yeah. Will I pirate something in place of paying an exorbitant fee that I think is just absolutely not worth? Hell yeah. Like, and so the example that I can put together for this is like this. Why the fuck am I going to subscribe to HBO just to watch Game of Thrones? Like, why don't you give me an a la carte where I can just like, I don't know, pay like $20 and get Game of Thrones that way? Because I'm not going to like sit there with an HBO subscription for like 3 months waiting for the entire show to air just to watch one thing. So, yeah, and it's the same deal. It's like, why should I subscribe to HBO, to Stars, to Paramount, to Disney Plus, to Hulu, to like Netflix, to all of these other streaming services? Why the hell can't y'all get your act together and let me just purchase the things that I want? Like, and that's my entire point. I've had a Netflix subscription for a long time. And the reason why is because I watch a lot of Netflix shows. That's it. And if there's nothing to watch, I unsubscribe. It's that simple. I don't watch a lot of shows on other things because when I look at what they have, they don't have like, they might have like one thing I'm interested in. That's it. The only other service that I've watched multiple things on has actually been Prime Video. And that comes free with my subscription. So. Oh, yeah, and Disney. And Disney for Star Wars. Every business started pumping out an AMX. Wait, AMX. Why the fuck is Yang... This is just beginning to piss me off. And Roland stripped... Wait, no, Roland didn't strip again. Okay. Oh no, the CQ is invincible proof? It's not, it's just the timing of the swaps has been extremely unfortunate for me. Congrats. You played yourself. Okay. I don't have the invincible pierce. Astolfo has 3, so I can't possibly get rid of it. Annoying, but it be what it be. I think the only concern is going to be if someone comes back out with more charge. And that's going to be a thing, if that is. There goes the immortal comp. Oh, Chad, I give so little fucks about this right now, I would actually just pop a quartz to clear it. That's where I'm at on this CQ at the moment. Never seen Cad so upset at a pretty woman. True. I did all the non-super recollection quests with Invincible Comp, and I realized there was only 2 days left. Yeah, you definitely should. Okay, so she's also debuff immune, it looks like. And we brought Don Quixote back. You know, I probably should have targeted Astolfo, but it be what it be. Okay, so support Castoria low-key kind of be needing it more. And we're gonna do that because my Castoria has the Prismacosmos on. We're gonna end up taking some damage here, which is unfortunate, but nobody's about to NP on my ass, thank God. Oh. I've got a Musashi Brave Chain there, but like the problem's ultimately going to be Yang anyways. We're just going to prioritize charge. Just getting rid of Astolfo's stupid dodge. Yikes. Thank God that crit missed. That would have been some... Really? What? So, I know Don Quixote can transfer charge, but it's usually at the expense of all his charge. So, I call grade A bullshit right there. That's just annoying and bad. Hopefully... Just gonna go ahead and do it. It's basically more attack, and I want to try and see if I can finish off Don Quixote. Just kill this turn? That's what we're gonna try to do. In the hopes of preserving a Castoria stack. It should kill Astolfo, thank God. Is the future buff we'll get? Sure. Oh, what is that guts? It was like an 80k guts. Oh well, that at least keeps him around, which is an extra refund target for me. So it's not the end of the world. But if they kill her, that might be the end of the world. Okay. I could do the Musashi quick card there, but I think it's better served to take the Triple Arts Chain. It's also procced like 4 times already. Yeah. Be careful of that burn from Yang. I mean, seriously? Wait, did she have her burn thing active? Or is this just a latent thing from the fight itself? I don't see a burn. Not yet? Okay. Yeah, thankfully there's nothing she can do to Musashi at the moment. It sucks that my effective DPS is decidedly not effective here. But it is what it is. This is pretty much what you expect. Gonna go ahead and do it. We're just gonna play for more survivability. Take the extra damage. Yeah, something told me it's like, man, taking the Berserker in here against Yang is gonna be a bad choice. And it's feeling like it at the moment. Oh, so close. Sometimes I swear the AI knows just how little it can leave you at. You have guts? No? Sweet. Castoria Brave Chain it is. I would personally love a Fate strategy RPG game like Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Ogre. I agree with that. I think that would actually be really fun. Also, what's up, Kaide? Sorry, I've been bad at paying attention to YouTube chat because last I looked over, no one had said anything. Well, sorry, one person had said something, and then I looked back, and now a whole bunch of you have said stuff. Is it possible to complete LB7 on a new account? You can kind of solo some of the fights in it, but it would be very, very, very difficult in certain ones of them. It just kind of requires you to have a decently leveled account and have certain like basically just having a decent number of units leveled up. But as long as you did, you should be okay. Like I'm gonna say this, like go for it and see how far you get. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb of me. But we'll let a Saberface avenge. And there we go. Semi lurking and playing RimWorld. So then this song sounds like it's great for you. Yeah, it only took two emergency command seals, chat. But like I said before, it's like I also don't care about JP. And in a weird way, like this was the discussion last week, at least at one point. It's like I don't really care too much about the challenge content of FGO anymore. Like mostly because by the time it gets to an A, I've already done it, and so I try to have fun with it on an A. And on JP, I just like I'm not a whale over here, so I don't care. Like it's like I'll just do whatever it takes to get through it and see what it's like. But yeah, that's both of them. All right, chat, we got a Tesla to cover, so let me quickly pull up the numbers and stuff for him. I actually meant to cover him earlier, but me did bad, and me got lazy. You can see I had pulled up Roland. Oh, yeah, upcoming. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. They're going to be talking about Nikola Tesla tonight. And I got to remember this crap because, like, holy hell. Yeah. Oh, right. He also got the debuff success rate. I did forget about that. It is third. It's anti-caster. There's some synergy there, but not a lot. Gotta love the rank EX quotation marks. Yeah. Okay. That's the one he becomes busted. Yeah, chat, don't we have the final buff here, right? Like with Tesla Fest. Or am I misremembering? Okay. Let's get started and we will you know? I did remember. Ah, thank you, Age. Age, out of all people, got me and told me to switch screens. Thank you, Age. Golden star for you. I like. May you roll a 1 star in the gotcha. That sounds bad. Oh. I think NA doesn't have it at the moment. Yeah, we should be getting the last one. Let me just double check here. Strengthening 2. Yep. Well, harsh. Yeah. Hey guys, my name's Khadroth, and today we're going to be going over Nikola Tesla. Tesla will be coming back with Tesla Fest as part of that event's banner. Again, he's going to be paired alongside Odysseus, and he is a story locked unit, so he's a unit that a lot of people still don't have. And there's a number of reasons that people don't have him. The first may be that they don't like his design. The second may be that, again, he's just story locked and somewhat difficult to acquire outside of his banners. And the other may just be that his kit for a long time was somewhat wonky. That is to say, Tesla was never the epitome of consistency in terms of his damage output. For years, whenever we would make lotto guides, ironically enough, Tesla was one of the ones that we actually would sit there and assume failure on his proc so that we could calculate the minimum damage roll to make sure that people would be good no matter how much damage they did. And so as a result, we would use that to skew how many NP levels we were recommending for Tesla. But obviously, in some cases, recommending a higher NP level of Tesla is just a non-starter for some people. So do you want to roll Tesla, and can he be good for your account? That's, I think, the question we're going to try to broach today. And I think you'll see that he's actually in a much better spot than he used to be. So again, he's a story locked unit, and you're not going to have a lot of easy opportunities to acquire him. And that's just sort of the par for the course at this point with FGO. Our story locked units are some of our rarest units in the game, as they're functionally limited, but they just don't seem to get the same treatment and like reservation of necessity as our limited units seem to have. That is to say, the devs don't seem to run the banners for them as often. We do see them from time to time, and again, Tesla is one of those units that you may be able to acquire at things like Chaldea Boys, depending on the year, but he will be coming back here shortly on NA. So probably by the time this video is out, you will have the opportunity to roll. Deal with Tesla is another AoE archer option. As a 5-star Buster AoE archer, he naturally has to contend with Gilgamesh and Ishtar as his main sort of competition. But there's also other units in there like Arjuna, or again, Napoleon, or even Tametomo that have ended up being basically other contenders for the crown, if you will. But Tesla brings definitely an interesting kit to play, so let's go through that. So as we start out here, you guys can see he has 11.7k attack. This is pretty decent. It's nothing too crazy. He's not up in the 12 or 13k range, but hey, at almost knocking on the door to 12k, I'm going to say he's all right. His HP is a little bit less so, as he's down to the 13k range. This is at least lower amongst 5 stars, but it's not bad or anything that's undealable. And I think you'll see he's got some tricks in his kit to actually help him. He is star attributed. He has basically 147 star absorption, which is a little bit low for our archers, as they're somewhere around 150. But I think you'll see why as well as we get into the kit. And his star generation is 7.9. He does end up having an NP charge attack of 0.87, which is actually pretty high. But again, he is a buster-based archer, so this is somewhat to be expected. That being said, do pay attention to that number. He's got an NP charge defense of 3%, which is the amount that he'll get from every single hit of every single attack that hits him. And so as a result, this is pretty much just the average amount. His death rate is a little bit above average at 31%, and his alignment is chaotic good. He is male gendered. He has Intima Elish nullification, one of the rare servants that actually has this. This means that if Gil tries to NP against him, it will not deal the extra servant damage. He's Hominid, a servant, Humanoid, a Loved One, just a normal servant, and a 7-night servant. That is to say, he does not have a whole lot of exploitable traits, but the traits that he does have are pretty exploitable, to say the least. You can see here, too, he's got a double Buster, double Arts deck. This is probably ideal for him at this point. He's only got the singular quick card, but it is at least 3 hits. So an average hit count there, but we definitely see some signs of him being a more early unit in FGO, as he originally came out with the London release as basically, sorry, not the London release, but the second banner of London. And you can definitely see it shows as he's basically a year 1 unit, and he only has 2 hit count arts cards and a singular hit count buster. Now, again, though, part of the sort of balance there is going to be the 0.87 NP charge, as that is definitely meant to help offset the only 2 hit count there. But there's another thing in his kit that's actually pretty impressive that's going to help that out. Still, I think probably the more concerning for me is going to end up being only the 3 hit extra attack. Our average is actually 5 in FGO at this point, so 3 hits is a little bit underwhelming in that regard. Now, for his first skill, this is actually going to be the skill that gets the upgrade here with Tesla Fest, and it's going to be his final upgrade. So at this point, Tesla will actually be complete and holistic in terms of where he currently stands. So Galvanism basically just starts out as an NP generation rate buff for himself for 3 turns of up to 50%. So that right there, already on top of the 0.87 NP gain rate, shows you that, yeah, they really didn't want to give him a lot of hit counts, because as a buster unit, he still has quite the capacity to actually generate a lot of Noble Phantasm. And again, that's also probably why they kept his star generation and star soaking a little bit lower there, is because imagine these things actually critting, and yeah, he would generate quite a bit. So to say the least, he gets the first upgrade here that ends up extending this basically to the party. But it does not overlap and affect himself, as it's just additional effect to the party. And the additional effect to the party is up to 30% at that point. This is all on a 5-turn cooldown. And then now here with Tesla Fest, you'll actually get the final upgrade. But remember, you will have to take the time out of Tesla Fest to do the upgrade if you want to use it during the lotto. So just keep that in mind. It may be worth an apple or two if Tesla's one of your better options. But you can see as at this point, they end up adding debuff success rate for 1 turn of 40%, and basically an increase to the entire party's buff success rate for 3 turns by 20%. Now, this is especially good, not just for Tesla, but not just for the rest of the party, but for Tesla mainly. So the reason why is because Tesla had some inconsistencies due to buff procking in his kit. And so as a result, this is going to end up addressing that major concern that he has. So right here, you guys can see his second skill was Natural Born Genius A. He had an 80% chance to increase his own defense for 3 turns, and an 80% chance to increase his own NP damage for 1 turn. The defense went up to 30%, and the NP damage also went up to 30%. But this is sort of the problem, is he could fail this 80% proc and lose out on 30% NP damage as a buff, and it was not pretty, because he's definitely designed around having it. So as a result, with him not having that damage buff, should you in, like, say, 1 out of every 5 attempts not get it, all of a sudden his damage becomes anemic, and your struggle of trying to, like, say 3 turn something may just fall short, and you may just end up struggle bussing at that point, trying to make it so that you can actually get through the node. So again, it is definitely something that I think plagued him for a long time. A lot of people didn't like the inconsistency in his kit. Very similar situation to Da Vinci, the original Da Vinci caster, as she also had this sort of thing plaguing her for a while. From here, it also grants himself gut status of 1 time for 3 turns. And again, this was up to 3,000 HP. All on a 5-turn cooldown, which is not bad for a gut skill. So again, the lower HP amount, not that big of a concern, because he at least has hard survival in the form of a gut skill. His Natural Born Genius EX then, though, basically extends the NP damage buff to 3 turns. This is ideal, as this means that not only can we just go ahead and pop this turn 1 and have it, but it means within a Koyanskaya setup, you will actually get back to it, as it's all on a 5-turn cooldown, so you will actually be able to double stack this by the final turn, or really even by the second turn if you play your cards right. So really a nice upgrade for him. On top of this, it seems like they just noticed that one of the things people didn't like about this skill was that it was inconsistent. So to make up for it, they also add in just a consistent extra damage buff for 3 turns of 20%. And this right here already helped Tesla quite a bit. But now when you pair this in consideration to the upgrade to the first skill that he's about to receive, you realize that this was the devs kind of trying to like cut corners and make it so that he was still pretty viable even if his thing didn't proc. And then they just made it to where it will always proc because they realized people still didn't like trying to use him with that. So now this just means that all of his damage from this Natural Born Genius skill is completely consistent should you use the skills correctly. Just make sure you use the first skill before the second skill. But otherwise, again, this is actually just really nice in terms of an upgrade for him. His third skill here charges his own NP gauge. It's actually the same skill that Drake has, basically. It's going to be charging the own NP gauge by 50%, ignoring invincibility for 3 turns, and then gaining 10 critical stars. This is all on a 6-turn cooldown, so again, in a Clean Sky setup, you'll be able to double the skill up on turns 1 and 3. However, again, the issue at play here is just going to be that realistically, this skill is just going to be super useful for him because of the flat amount of charge that he gets and the invuln pierce. That I think is going to make him stand out, at least partially, from the rest of the pack, as neither Ishtar or Gil have invuln pierce anywhere in their kit. It's actually, for a long period in time, made Tesla one of the go-tos in a weird way, shape, and form. And honestly, that is one of the uses that I've heard for Tesla over the years, is especially from Wales, is either, man, they really needed that NP pierce, or they basically just wanted somebody else to use, somebody else that was a 50% charger, because maybe they had already managed to bond up their Ishtar or Gil all the way and needed another option. And so Tesla kind of always was this, also ran to a lot of people. For his passive skills here, he just gets Magic Resistance C and Independent Action B. Nothing too much to write home about, but this is definitely a sign of him, again, being a early unit in the game, as we hadn't seen a lot of passive bloat at this point in time. For his append skills, realistically, you're probably going to want mana loading. He is a 50% charger, so it's not imperative that you get it, but remember, 50% chargers with a maxed out mana loading can be used with something like a non-MLB charge CE in the middle of an event. So definitely when you get that, like, say, first copy of a Lotto CE that has 30% charge, that might really help you. Or again, if you manage to get it in just any other event that has a charge CE in the shop, this will just allow you to go ahead and use him without necessarily having to bring some additional charge to allow him to start, or maybe just punting and taking the extra turn. So mana loading is still going to be my number one recommendation here for him. That being said, his third skill is anti-caster attack damage aptitude. There's not a huge use for this, but this is at least something that, with regards to his NP, there is some overlap for. So it's not the worst third skill out there. It's actually something he might potentially use. But I think the better question would be to ask yourself if you would use him against casters, and that is 100% a you type of question where only you can answer that. He might be better than some of the writers you have, or he might just be subpar. Again, remember, his extra damage is contingent upon it being a servant, so just keep that in the back of your head. His first skill here is the extra attack finesse. To me, this is probably his weakest, but the reason why is just because, again, he's only got that 3-hit extra attack, and again, the third skill is actually somewhat useful for once. So a rare example of an extra attack finesse improvement maybe not being the strongest, but not only that, but probably being the weakest of the 3 appends. For his Noble Phantasm, again, it started out as a 3-hit AoE Buster NP. It's not too shabby, but it just started out by dealing damage to all enemies, having a 30% chance to stun for 1 turn, and having a 500% chance to deal an extra 500 damage to himself, just as an added demerit. The big thing about the NP was actually the overcharge effect, which, as you can see here, deals extra damage to servant enemies that are Earth or Sky. So that is to say, again, it's not just any enemy with Earth or Sky attributes. They must also be a servant. And while the majority of people that have attributes in this game will be servants, there are the occasional enemies that don't qualify as a servant but have one of the attributes. So again, I'm going to say at the end of the day, just make sure you're fighting a servant. But with it being both Earth and Sky, this is going to cover almost 2/3 of all servants in the game. Not quite Gil level, but it's pretty darn good. Obviously, it's not going to impact man-traded attributes, but hey, if you're using Koyanskaya, that means he has triple coverage. He'll actually be getting extra damage against all 3 types. So there's probably no one you can take that he would not be at least decently damaging against. The only concerns would be if you're up against a beast or a star attribute unit. And again, that's just probably going to be you being, out of luck at that point. But still, it's pretty nice. It is a super effective modifier of 150%, so it's just adding to a little bit of extra damage there. But then we actually get his NP interlude. He's already had this, and basically it's just going to up the amount of damage he did. As again, if you guys see, as we go back, your NP2 ends up becoming your NP1 in a standard NP interlude, and your NP5 ends up becoming your NP2. And so you can see the percentages right there, 400% for NP2 and 500% for NP5, end up becoming 400% for NP1 and 500% for NP2, and thus scaling all the way up to 600% there. So definitely a nice upgrade for him, but that is how it standardly works. And you can see here, they also up the stun chance to a 40% chance now, giving him just a little bit of extra chance to actually immobilize people. The issue is he still has the demerit, but again, this is just going to be one of those things where maybe don't take Tesla too much into the knockdown, drag out fight, but certainly he can actually be used at least in a moderate to short-term challenge environment, and you would be able to get quite a bit of damage against servant enemies, so maybe not the worst selection after all. Still, I do think Tesla is a very solid unit as we look forward, and I think the real proof is going to be in the pudding as we start looking at Tesla's numbers. So again, to kind of make this a little bit clear here, this is just self buffs only on Tesla. I believe these are neutral numbers. And you can see basically at NP levels that are normal, how much he'd be doing. Again, you've got anti-Earth here just for demonstrative purposes. And you can see that, again, his damage in an actual team environment will start to get a lot better. This is sort of our first example of like using him in a double Koyanskaya Oberon setting. Your best CE is going to be a level 100 cranking. That's actually going to come out later this year with the Bunyan collab in May. So look forward to that. It will be a free MLB for you guys if you play the collab event, so make sure you grab it. If not, another like easy alternative to swap in for something like this would be something like Aerial Drive. It won't do as much damage, but it is also something that you should have had for free, and it will be able to deal a decent chunk, if not the majority of the amount of damage that cranking would provide. And you can also see we also use a level 10 Neo plug suit, but again, you don't have to worry about matching these numbers too much. You can see just how much damage you're dealing with here, as just at NP1 standard on wave 1, you're looking at 70k, 115k, 279k, and then basically with Sky or Earth adding in, you're starting to get some really nice numbers here. NP2, obviously you get a huge jump for this, a very interesting amount there already as you're at 349, and then boom, at NP2 with all of the effects in play, you're looking at almost 600k in terms of raw damage there, which is really, really good. So nothing too much to write home about in terms of like actual like game breaking damage, but definitely solid. And I think you're going to see here too, as we start to pull in other archers numbers, what to really expect, because start comparing this against someone like, say, Gilgamesh, and you'll see, ironically enough, the numbers are actually pretty similar. So you can see this right here is Tesla again, 279 basically at NP1, 419, 349, and 581. And with Gil, it's 309, 464, 387, and 581. So yeah, we basically end up in the exact same place. And then again, on top of that, we've also got Ishtar in here. And Ishtar's got a little bit more of an issue, as she definitely falls into this category of she's always strong, but she's rarely ever going to have any sort of like situation where it's like, this is the situation you must use Ishtar. So as we have niches with units like Gilgamesh or Tesla, obviously that's going to be their forte. So where you're going to want to use someone like Ishtar instead is going to be if you're not going up against a servant. That is to say, both Gil and Tesla's extra damage on their NP is not in play because you're not facing a servant, and thus they don't get the super effective modifier. So that actually ends up being quite a demerit to them, but a boon to Ishtar. So while she won't be necessarily be able to deal as much in terms of damage, she will at least be consistent and be good. We've also got Tametomo. He'll be coming up later with the Hakenden event later this year, and you can see his numbers are a little bit more suspect. I think that's one of the bigger issues Tametomo faces, is even though he has the ability to break up his charge, he doesn't really have the ability to wield that effectively and turn that into more damage. You've also got a unit like Napoleon out here who is also anti-divine, and you can see he can pull some good numbers too. And there may be some scenarios where he actually shines through because maybe it's a divine enemy, but it's not a servant, and therefore he'd be better than Ishtar, and he'd also potentially be better than Tesla or Gil. So again, that's where I really like the design of the game, is where they have different niches and they stand out, but everybody's still pretty good in their own right. And that's something you can see. So if you have a Gilgamesh, if you have an Ishtar, do you need Tesla? The answer to that is no, you absolutely don't. But is he a good unit to have? Yes, absolutely. And you may find times that Tesla's actual niche ends up applying that the others don't. And given the fact that he is anti-sky, anti-earth, and again, with the help of Korean Sky, it could also potentially be anti-man, you've got a lot of your bases covered right there, and that's going to end up covering a lot of enemies. So let me know what you guys think. How do you guys feel about Tesla at this point in time? And do you see yourself using him into the future? Certainly, it's an intriguing prospect for someone like me that has done a lot of farming with my archers and definitely might be looking to acquire more. But definitely, it's not going to be something that everybody needs, nor should you necessarily have to consider it if you have another favorite in the class. But again, I'll be curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Good luck and happy hunting with the lotto, and I will see you guys for the next one. There we go. No, I am not, VQ. Should have been wave 1, 131, and wave 2, 216, and wave 3, 524. So Tesla was even stronger than Gil. Yeah, I did notice that. I was like, it's suspect that they're the exact same, but that can actually happen if all the modifiers are the same across. So it's like you could have two different units having super effective damage, and it could be two different like niches in play, but ultimately if it's the same modifiers, it's the same amount of damage. But oh, Tesla was lower. Okay. Still not far away, yeah. Cat Ishtar has Invuln and Pierce. Isn't it chance based? Or am I misremembering? Yeah. Yeah. So Tesla has Invuln and Pierce and Ishtar doesn't. Don't get me wrong. Like I 100% hear your point, and like, yeah, should you actually like go to great lengths to secure this? Only if you really have to. But it is definitely a thing. You can run into it and it sucks, right? I wouldn't rely on the chance. Yeah. I think it's like you just have to ask yourself how badly you need it and whether or not you're willing to risk it. If you're willing to risk it, go for it. I just like chance-based stuns on MPs, and sometimes I waste hard protection and get my ass bullied on the next turn. Oh no, like it's exactly what we were talking about with the challenge quest that I was just doing. So Musashi Berserker has NP Seal against Sabers. I am well aware of this fact. Most people don't even remember that she has this, but I am aware because of how often I have run Musashi into like certain fights. And oh man, I knew if I did the like triple chain for the invincible comp there, I was going to end up sealing Roland, and then Roland was going to NP my ass the next turn when nobody had the solemn defense. And I went like, yeah, I better not do that. So it's like, yeah, you just have to be careful sometimes with things like that. Like sometimes it's just punt the NP and don't NP that turn. If it's going to be a difference in life or death. Gain space, ignore invuln for 1 turn against guaranteed 3 turn. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Ishtar's bad, but... And, like, is that 20% the difference for why you need to roll Tesla? No. It shouldn't be. Like, that shouldn't cause you to spend more money on the game. I'm 1 Mordred from getting all the knights. So you're saying currently you have 0 Mordreds? If she kills the Saber, she doesn't need an NP seal. True, but at the time he had a break bar, so. So I knew it would not kill. And then I found out that breaking the break bar makes him buff strip me, which is also not good. So. It be what it be, chat. Wait, why do I have 2 of that open? Okay, though. Does Proto Arthur need an NP buff or a battery more? Yes. Proto Arthur needs an NP interlude that gives him damage up and also gives him 10% charge on the back end of his NP. That's what he needs. And that will also bring him in line with some of the other Saber faces, so. I'm gonna 90% use my ticket on him. Go for it. He's a good unit now. Like, for a long period in time, Tesla was inconsistent, and people were like, oh. He's a good unit now. He's definitely worthy of contention for that best archer crown. Does Welfare Ishtar have a chance-based skill as well? I believe so. I think it's her dodge skill. Oh no, maybe not. No, she just has that nasty stun effect. That's solid. Gotta love those year 1 stun skills. Technically year 2 in her case, but I still like between this Tamamo Cat and Fran and Tamamo Lancer, I'm just like, man, what the hell are you people doing? John stun. Oh yeah, and John. John was probably the worst one out of all of them. Hey, anytime you want to MP, cool, I sit here and I do nothing. Does she need to get rid of Tomcat stun at this point? Like, why? I mean, she has invuln, or not invuln, debuff immune, so there's a reason, like, I don't think they need to get rid of it at this point. They probably need to do something else for Tama, but I'm not sure what else they need to do to still, like, allow her to be unique and be different from the rest of the pack in that regard. Update paused. Uh-oh. It's 1 time only? Yeah. Dad, is there something going on with Steam? Because my download is not starting. Okay, there it is. Now it's starting. Ruler John stunning herself when she NP'd was so weird. I mean, like, I've talked about this numerous times before, but it's like, oh my god, dude. Like... Like, chat, I want you guys to compare these two things. Wow. Just, like, didn't type the first 2 words there. Okay. So compare this, and this is not a like direct 1-to-1 comparison, but like, okay, chat. I want you to take a look at this. Increase zone defense 2 times for 3 turns by 100%. That is to say, unless the enemy has a like damage buff, they will deal 0 damage to you for 2 times 3 turns. And then I want you to compare it to at NP1, John increases the party's defense by 5%. This is just bad. Like, this is an SSR. This, like, I could see this on like a 3-star. This is an SSR, and until you get to NP5, it's still only 25%, and it's still not like crazy good, right? Yeah, on top of the skills. So Team heard you saying it has no competition and now it doesn't care anymore. Oh, you right. Tom Lancer got the buff to remove the stun. Yeah, and I said this before, like, Tom Lancer's buff was like actually, like, I'm not sure it was the best buff she could have received, but it was like, if it wasn't the best buff, it was the second buff. Because what they ended up doing is they didn't give her an NP interlude. Why? I still don't know. They're still stupid for not having done that. And as a result, it's like, I still like don't really care to use my Tom Lancer really. But that being said, they gave her the buff that she needed because they gave her the NP charge and got rid of the stun. So that now with the NP charge, she can actually be used in the Koyanskaya systems. Like, she exists again and can be used outside of a challenge environment or just like loading a K-scope and trying to one-tap something, right? So it's like, yeah, I think that was actually probably the smarter buff long-term, because for the fans of her, it made her a lot more usable. But no, she still absolutely needs an NP interlude, and like anyone that's claiming she doesn't is like, they're kidding themselves. Crit scaling is quite nice, yeah. John's kit's very old-fashioned. Yeah, and I think you could modernize it and have it still be very effective and good. Like, I don't think it has to be like a very specific issue with like John, right? Like, I think with any of these units, they usually just need some TLC, and then they're actually going to be solid. Gonna wait until after summer to use my SSR ticket. I don't remember how long it lasts. I probably need to get around to making that video. The problem is just work, but hopefully they don't bring the 25 million downloads campaign early. But well, we could probably predict that thanks to them giving us a quote unquote roadmap. Right, chat, it's actually been a couple weeks since I've touched Super Earth. We're gonna try.
Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty.
Hi there.
Democracy. Our way of life.
Oh, hello.
You've never seen this chat, it's great.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty!
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next.
Could be you, Chat.
That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force.
Folks are racist? Yeah.
See exotic new life forms.
But so are people.
And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become Become a hero. Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.
So great. I can't get over how high quality he is. Yep. For all you know, maybe he's the streamer and I'm the actual AI. Okay. So I haven't played since like the mech update and stuff. Oh god, I was on the level long streak. Oh no. Oh no. Major order completed. Sweet. Sweet. I didn't even log in and I still received the rewards.
Helldiver. The
Feels good, man.
Control system is ready for activation. That time is now or never.
So wait, who do I have online? Okay. I see a person online. Can I invite to squad? Yes. Oh, I suppose I should drop down. There you go. Hello.
Is this Rando?
I don't know. Wait, we actually
democracy.
we actually have room for one more.
Did I receive a request?
Let me try inviting Darty.
Sure.
You can now get the Jinro outfit? I see. Oh, I'm sorry.
Allied destroyer has joined
I
squadron.
couldn't see it. Okay.
Viewership continues to rise. Show your support by tuning in.
Hold on. So I gotta remember how to do things. Let's see. So we got my Warbot. And I now have a lot more medals to spend.
I spent them already. All of mine already.
So, have they decided what the new meta is?
They're the exact same as the old meta.
No, I mean, didn't they
Buff
nerf the
the-
railgun and the breaker shotgun?
Yeah,
The
flamethrower.
the flamethrower got buffed. They also buffed the recoilless rifle and the expendable anti-tank launcher to actually one-shot chargers. So they
Sweet.
also reduced the count of chargers and Bile Titans and increased fodder spawns. So having someone dedicated to fodder control with a flamethrower or a machine gun is, preferably the machine gun, is actually a strategy now.
Is the wait, submachine gun's the sidearm, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm talking about the machine. Like having the LMG is like your
No.
your support weapon.
But like, is the SMG Defender better than the submachine gun that I have?
Oh no, that's a primary.
Oh, it is.
He's talking about the strategy.
Yeah, the Defender just has a large ammo capacity, spare mags,
Right,
and
it's
you
the
can hold.
Redeemer. That's like a pistol. It's like an auto
Yeah.
pistol. That was okay.
SMGs, you just can carry equipment and still use them. That's their pro. So when you're like having to escort the hard drive across, it's actually useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it just so that I actually have something like that should we need it. I'm not gonna equip it though. That should unlock the next page.
The next thing you
Oh.
start is on Friday, right?
So,
The update's tomorrow.
so now armor actually works, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So do I want to
And
wear
it-
heavy armor now?
not against bugs.
Oh, wait,
Against
what do you
bots,
mean?
yes.
Why not
Bugs
against
is-
bugs?
Better for mobility's better.
Oh,
against
because I need to
bugs.
run for my life. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, bots, it's actually pretty solid. The armor values were at 0, not base value, by the way, so you weren't getting any armor benefits. So
Ah.
doesn't help
Um,
that critical hits ignore armor.
How about the Liberator Penetrator Assault Rifle?
It's not good. I want it to be, but it's just not. The next gun you really want to push for is the Slugger. That's the meta right now. Which is I
get
think
that.
yeah, it's page 8. The
Haven't done 7 yet.
the breaker is still solid. It just has ammo problems now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just an ammo. So if you have a supply crate, you're not terribly off.
Okay, then I got my superstore. Didn't they say that they're like putting in like new designs or something soon?
Yeah, tomorrow's an update that includes a new set of weekly rotation armors, and
Which one is
There's
the
an-
War Bond update?
it's tomorrow as well. But I think it's another premium warbond.
Yeah.
Never a good idea to stand your ground against bugs. Listen.
Clearly, you've never seen Starship Troopers.
I don't have the flamethrower unlocked, unfortunate.
You had the recoilless.
It's a stalwart, which is just as
No.
good right now.
Yeah.
Basically, if you handle the ads, then someone else can handle the biggies.
So wait, what are we doing at the moment?
I don't know, you're the ship commander.
I don't know. You're the ship
Bugs.
commander.
No, I joined you.
Damn it! Don't make me do things!
What are
That's
your-
okay,
what
chat
are your-
probably needs to see this. Are we still playing on like rank 4? Or
Upon
like
which
good. I've been playing
anvil
rank
shall
7,
freedom's
so
hammer
it's
fall,
fine to me.
Helldiver?
let's try
You
5
piece
then.
of shit.
Let's try 5 and we'll see how god awful
Where's Darty?
and heart racing it is. I don't know. Maybe
You
Darty's
wanna
just
be
in
on
the game.
Benevolent
But,
Creek?
well, yeah, actually, do we have like an overall objective at the moment?
Yeah, we're
Helldivers
put
across the
pesticide on
galaxy are
planets for
fighting for
bugs.
every inch
Oh.
of territory.
I've
Where
got
will
an
you
incoming
join?
message from Super Earth. Upon each barrier planet now stands a network of massive termicide dispensing towers, the Terminid control system. Once activated, the TCS will eliminate every Terminid on that planet and inoculate it against all future infestations. However, surges in Terminid activity have forced the SEAF engineers to evacuate. Oh no, Bob, they forced you to evacuate. Now only the Helldivers can ensure the safety of our citizens. The Terminid control system must be activated at any cost. Okay, so where do you guys want to go? Turing, Meridia, Errata Prime.
I don't
Not
think you want
errata
to do errata.
But you don't want to do Errata?
I don't think you would want to.
Okay, sweet.
Turing it is.
Turing it
Hellfire.
is.
The termicide towers on this planet await your
Meridia currently has
activation.
active volcanoes.
Oh, this is a like 3-fer.
Oh, you weren't even there when they added weather effects. Now we have meteor storms, earthquakes, active volcanoes, frickin' flash storms.
When you
It's
say
crazy.
meteor storm, like I can get splatted by a meteor?
Yes.
Yep, I have already been hit by a meteor
Oh.
twice.
Initiating FTL
This one
jump
doesn't
to
have-
the Turing system.
The effects. So.
Okay, so let's go
That's why I
on
picked
quest.
Turing.
FTL jump successful. Hellpods primed. Mission coordinates locked.
I like that we have to like lock our feet in. Okay, so we've got an extraction.
This is a blitz search and destroy.
Yeah, which I've never done before. So is that just like we just kill everything?
That's the red areas?
You closed certain. What is this?
Search and destroy.
Yeah, so you kill bug holes.
Okay, so we're still gonna go with napalm. Ooh, orbital laser. Did they nerf the orbital laser?
They sure did.
Oh, thank God.
Guess I'll rock the recoilless.
There's
Need the recoilless
string.
for this?
We're at tier 5. We're gonna be having chargers on Bile Titans.
Someone's got to have a flamethrower.
No, we don't need the flamethrower.
Or the
Someone just
grenade
needs it.
launcher, unless that's shit now.
A grenade launcher is good for plugging holes, but
We still need one more or no? Yeah, we actually could. One of you guys wants them. They tightened the spread on the 120 380 barrages, didn't they? Yes, and I'm sure it still kills you.
Not by enough.
Yeah. What do we want to run, since I have a choice between the Hellpod space optimization or the vitality enhancement?
Probably optimization, so we start with full loads. So that gives us extra grenades when we spawn in.
But the other one is vitality.
Well,
Just for this injury. The best resistance to injury is not getting hit, Helldiver.
You're not wrong. Yeah, no, if you guys want to join us, send me an invite on Steam. It's easy to find me. Whoever guessed my name. Not that I advertise it. No, they can't see it. Because it's strategic.
Drop it right on an objective. Good job.
We did?
History will remember your deeds this
Go look
day.
for mini nukes to load.
What do you
Calling
mean?
down support weapons.
Oh, with the
Look
artillery.
for yellow or red cases. I want to prioritize those.
Shoot my grenade. Okay, so where are we? You said mini?
There they are.
That like high yield explosive or?
Package acquired.
Yeah. So you want reds and
Rare sample
yellows.
acquired.
Yeah.
I don't like see any.
It's all paintball.
Also, I
That's
didn't realize
probably
that doesn't have
third.
turrets as an option.
Package acquired.
Okay.
Static field. Wow, these suck. Cool.
I'd enclose
Guess we'll
any
rock a
permanent
couple
hole.
static fields.
Package acquired.
By the way, this is a rush.
Bug
mission, so
calling
we only
in
have 10
orbital
minutes.
strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
Rare sample acquired.
Oh my god, can you guys like stop sideways strafing to block me from throwing this grenade? Oh, fuck. Well, I dropped 2 rare things.
Reinforcing. Dropping package. Package acquired.
How did you load it? Explosive napalm, explosive static. Oh shoot, stoppers.
Reporting to the front.
Oh yeah, that explains why I died so easily. I forgot the red ones were stalkers. Oh my god. Oh my god, leave me alone. I added who I assumed to be you. Yeah, I mean, you'll recognize it because the icon can be one of my emotes.
Fire in the hole.
Oh, never established a connection.
Oh,
Calling in
We got
reinforcements.
artillery.
pretty good ball. Ooh, wow, that's close. Samples.
Reloading.
Launcher. Are you damn bugs so fast?
We should probably get this thing because this is probably gonna be our holes.
Do we like have to steal 8 of them?
Yes, that is the main objective.
It'd be a very big plot twist if his name isn't Khadroth on stream. Indeed. There's also only one Khadroth on Steam. a wholly unique username on the internet in current year?
Rare sample acquired.
Man, out here, Mrs. Sample.
Stalkers.
Rare
I was
sample
focusing on the
acquired.
stalker.
No, it's fine. Another one door south. Avoid drowning by getting out of the water. What do you mean, drowning?
You don't last long in the water.
Need that.
And if you die in the water, your samples are gone.
Oh, what's the cooldown on the orbital strike? Or the orbital laser?
Requesting orbital.
It's 5 minutes, but you don't get uses of it throughout.
Freedom marches onward. Thanks to you. You may proceed to extraction.
Reloading.
Wait, did that not right?
There's still a hole over here. I need to call in the supplies. I don't have any.
Oh, got it.
We're going to evacuate whenever, so we can just get some bonus. We want. Basically, we go up north and take out some stuff. There's another stalker next to our lead, because that's a fucking stalker.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital laser.
Fire my laser!
There's a stalker nest somewhere.
What do you zoom out on the map again? Oh yeah. Okay, so we got, there's a nest to the left and the right of the extraction point. Oh, that's
Reloading.
Tracker.
Where at? It's behind you.
He hasn't seen me yet. Okay, he's seen me.
I believe he's seen you.
Ow, dude!
Look at me. I am Kevin now. We have another stalker.
Get some! Get some!
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Rare sample acquired. Fire in the hole!
Trying, bub.
Reinforced!
Oh. You didn't have any samples on you, did you?
Last reload.
Probably just call the extraction now. With my laser. Got another minute on shit.
Yeah, I didn't bring any... Maybe I didn't see it, but I didn't see any turrets. I don't know if they're like illegal on the planet or something.
I'm gonna go see if I can plug the hole real quick over here.
Oh boy. Ow, what the... Bro, this shit re-bled me the very instant I used a stim.
Sending in an eagle. For
Bob behind you, Bob behind you, Bob behind you, Bob behind you.
I need stim!
kill it recently.
For prosperity!
Oh, there's ladders too.
God damn it. Someone call me. They dropped a lot of samples.
God damn it. Did you?
Yeah?
Did you pick up the ones I dropped at the drop off?
No. I picked up all the ones you never saw. Oh, that's a treasure. Oh. I got your samples!
That were yours. Angry.
Oh god, the charger just absolutely just shit on that.
I'm just calling that extraction.
Oh, we hadn't called it in?
It's not.
You will never destroy our way of life!
Uh-oh. Do we have any turrets?
Would you die?
Extraction shuttle inbound.
And did we ever call it to die?
Working on it. Let's see if I can look out.
Reloading!
There's your supplies.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser.
It's up on top of the platform.
Requesting air support. Orbital inbound. Have a taste of democracy!
I love not being able to move that.
Feels good!
Oh my god, I ran out of ammo right at that moment. Why are you faster than me? God. Wait, we have no... Oh, we're out of time. Oh, no strategy. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Throwing grenade! That's empty!
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
That's empty!
Did you already grab your samples?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, I got one.
I got profits. I leave them there until the ship shows up. Well, generally. I'm saying
Falcon 1 approaching takeoff.
That's empty!
This is Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Oh, that's good, because they were coming from the other direction there. Woo! Good night, King.
I can almost...
I hate those little orange fuckers scare me more than the Titans or Chargers. Dude, I don't know if it's because, like, the armor changes, because I don't think they messed with, like, the speed, but, like, it feels like I am not faster than bugs.
There are some bugs that you are not.
Yeah, it's like...
Hunters and Stalkers are the two bugs you can't outrun. Well, and Chargers when they're charging at
Wait, did we do all the objectives?
you. Yes. I went and took out the last nest.
Yeah, 5 didn't feel impossible there.
Like, no. Before the patch, God, yes it was. Chargers everywhere.
Yeah, and that's I heard they readjusted some of the difficulties, so I'm down to try harder difficulties and see. But like, God.
Specifically reduce the major threats, reduce those, but compensated with smaller threats.
Yeah. I do agree. I saw someone saying the other day, I think on the subreddit, that like it feels like the enemies can call for reinforcements too fast. That like you don't really have a good chance to stop them. Because it's like always the one in the very back, and it's like poof, and it just poofs up its smoke or fires its laser if it's an automaton.
Termicide's so
And then it's like,
effective.
yeah, okay, I never had a shot at
100%
killing
safe
that
for
thing.
all other living things.
But let me see. It's that. No, that's not it. That. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Flare and Digi. Got you guys. First come, first serve. Whoever can manage to join.
And Prophet, don't give him a hug as soon as they get off the pods.
Okay, so recoilless or flamethrower?
Do you want to do anti-tank or anti, anti-ad?
Well, I assume flamethrower is not good against the bots, right?
Surprisingly, it is.
Isn't the recoilless rifle the one you have to like have someone reload for you?
You can reload it yourself. That's what I was rocking.
It's just it's a lot slower.
Yeah, okay.
It's just assisted
The
reloads.
flamethrower. Hans gets the Flammenwerfer.
Oh yeah, that's flamin'.
Yeah. All right, Marshall.
The hug of welcoming dismissal. Yes. What do we got? We got Flare. All right. Yeah, you clearly haven't been tryharding enough, Mr. Space Chief Prime.
I was so upset when you went from Chief. I was expecting Master Chief, and they're like, nope.
Yeah, they gotta have something cooler than Master Chief. Because
Your
then
fellow
everyone would be like,
Helldivers
oh my
rage
god,
against the
Halo! And
enemy's
they're like, no,
tyranny.
you're Space Chief Prime.
Doing
You're even more badass. Okay, do you want the 40-minute activate terminated control system, or do you want the 15-minute eradicate terminated swarm?
Just do the swarm. So that other one there is a defense mission, which is not going to take much time. It doesn't have any materials, really.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
You don't like Death Captain? What do you mean? Is that like an actual rank?
Synchronized.
Yes, Death Captain is rank. I think it's the next rank.
What about here?
Guys, I don't know where I should spawn. I can't even fucking see from your recommendation.
Well, this is literally kill as many
Yeah,
bugs.
I know.
Like this is survive. And you just
Oh, I did
scroll
have
down
my
your
stuff.
turns.
Rocket Sentry, huh?
We're gonna need anti-armor.
I don't know, but I'm a big fan of turrets.
I need to bring in AATs, but I'll probably run 3.
Oh, I see Bob with his 2 turrets as well.
Launch initiated.
Man needs to get himself a mech, right? Yeah, Prophet, you're 25. Where's my mech?
It costs 20,000, right?
20,000 what? Like just cat?
Not answering his question.
I mean, you missed out on the point where everyone was using mechs for free.
Wait, does it actually like cost every time you summon it?
No, it's just everyone had the stratagem for free, like for the last week.
Well,
Activate the Termicide
so you never
tower,
bought it.
no matter the cost.
Why wouldn't you buy it? It doesn't matter.
That thing's a walking death trap. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Bug tunnel breach!
Was that ever in doubt? Ow, what the? Oh god, that's someone. Oh. Someone's turret immediately like fucking shot me in the back.
Well,
It's a
do you
mech.
identify as a bug in that moment?
Okay, so what happens? Like, how do I use this thing?
Just don't turn shit.
Oh god damn it.
Careful,
Okay.
you're limited on ammo too.
Oh, is my mech on fire?
It is.
My mech is on fire. Can I like jump with it? it not have
I think
thrusters?
melee is bugged.
Okay. This thing desperately needs like a first-person mode for immersion. Is there like a health indicator anywhere for this thing?
I don't think there is.
We're literally just killing bugs. Oh yeah, baby. Not getting really anything big. Oh! I had to say it.
I've already killed like 2 chargers.
Damn, this thing's good at killing chargers. Holy shit. Can you reload my mech? Unfortunate. You can't strap a backpack on the mech? Retrieve weapon. What does that mean?
Downstairs for you.
Have a taste of democracy! The tunnel breach! Get some! Get some! Falling down the
I wish you could destroy the bug tunnel that they call it. Oh!
requesting sentry.
I think I got
Reinforcing.
I think I got hit by a charger.
Calling down supplies.
It's okay. I died patriotically.
Democracy.
And then I didn't die patriotically and Shazbot killed me.
Well, I didn't kill you. Mr. Gatling gun over there.
Listen.
He's a face.
Potato, potato.
If your pet kills someone, did you kill that person or did your pet?
What's with all the, like, electricity here? Is this, like...
Oh, that's my EMS mortar. Gunfield. Non-lethal. It's a mortar sentry that doesn't wipe out your team.
So does it, like, stun your team though?
Yeah, you get slowed and too fast, but you can still shoot. Bugs have to get melee range.
Don't like it. Just making it very difficult to get my shit back. Oh, I love the flamethrower. Wait, is this just survive or we just kill them and we're done?
350 then we're done.
Reloading.
Thank you, Robin. You really need to disable auto mentally.
What the hell was that?
That was a 500 kilogram bomb. It wasn't mine though. Don't find this.
Orbital inbound.
Welcome, Prophet.
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
I like how it's just grunting.
Incinerated.
I'm not sure if it's dead. I think it's dead. Also, did you see the one guy on the subreddit, I think, that was like, all he was doing was meleeing? Yeah.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
He literally was like, I refuse to stop. Oh. Burning? How did you kill me and you're not even in the game? How did you manage that?
And I can't find the other two comments, but they're just comments. I don't particularly care.
But I need all the
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch
Someone
in
else
20
got
seconds.
in, so now we can't.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
This Mr. Fister sounds like a man of principle and integrity. I don't think
With
so.
the dispensing of the termisus, this area is safe forevermore
Exactamundo?
from bug infestation.
Wait, have we never done that?
Apparently not.
Didn't we do it in the prior mission?
Oh, because we didn't have a full a full squad.
Oh, okay.
We only had 3.
Yeah, but I could have sworn we've done hard with a full team before.
I wonder if like so every time we did it, one person died.
Maybe. I mean, I can't think of any times that, like, one of my teammates has killed me right before I got the shuttle.
Yeah, that never happens. You're imagining things.
Right, Prophet?
I wasn't the one that killed you.
Yes, you were!
Not that last time. Not before the shuttle.
Wait, you talking about the one time that your mortar sentry killed me, and then the other time that, like,
Prophet doesn't use the mortar sentry.
That was Trubs. Also, you're the one that also stood under the engine of the X.
Okay, that's a different story. That's with clear and murderous intent the thing landed on me.
One small step for democracy.
Yeah, because it
One
literally
giant
says
leap
every
for
single time, clear landing zone.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Hey.
Tomato, tomato. Anti-personnel minefield. That sounds like a job for the Helldivers.
We are an anti-minefield.
Exactly. Oh, okay, so there's the exosuit. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I need to start trying to buy.
Airstrikes are great.
Yep.
Oh, did they buff them?
No.
No, they've just always been good.
Yeah, I mean, I have napalm.
Yeah, airstrikes. I don't know if napalm blows up holes, but airstrikes for sure do.
So napalm is really hit or miss with it. It definitely can destroy a hole. I'm not sure whether or not it does, right? Like I think you have to have like almost near perfect hit.
Hellpods prime.
This is definitely like times that I've done it, it hasn't
Engaging
done
orbital
too
thrust.
much. Listen, I'm just waiting for them to allow us to like dye our gear so that I can take on the Terminants
Let's go in the center.
in pink.
Just go on the objective.
It won't let me.
This is a defense one.
Like, you have to like spawn to the side of it because it just wants to keep clicking the icon. It's a defense one.
Yeah,
Firing
turret
my
heavy.
laser, getting my Flammenwerfer, getting my Gatling, getting my auto cannon. Oh, whoops.
We need stamina. Yeah, we probably need stamina. I don't think we need the muscle one.
We should have all the 4 base ones covered.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with
And I'm sure
it
Flare
probably
has
the
something
muscle
else.
One, but like, I don't even think we need it because we're not traversing.
Probably not. Well, wait, what's the one you picked?
This is the stamina one, so you have more stamina and your stamina regens faster, but there's a muscle one where you like ignore bush slowdown and stuff, so you can travel through bushes without impairment.
You like being a bush?
Oh, coil field. Interesting.
Are we gonna electrocute ourselves?
Also, double eagles. I guess you're going for spam before they rearm.
Listen, are you telling them how to play?
I'm questioning.
He's a higher level than you, Space Jet G Prime.
Yeah, look at his gear. It looks better than yours.
I mean, it looks like
It does.
The regular turrets can shoot the silos and damage them. Yeah, that's why I stationed it on the outside wall.
I mean, I don't think it matters.
They've
as long as
never
we complete
played
the
this, so
mission.
we have to show them the silos.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Mines are equipment that make concern weapons. Yeah. I feel like mines are more like you've been served.
The Eagle airstrike's solid for 130. And you can get up to 3 of them.
No, I want on the tower. No, let me on the tower. Damn it.
No, I think that's they don't allow you to go on high spots anymore.
Do not let them fall.
oh god damn it.
Calling down a support weapon. Deploying support weapon.
Oh, I didn't bring it for you.
So this is literally just like defend this point?
So we're gonna have to defend 3 separate points. So
Well, how's that go?
I activate a button. You see
Is it like
this
in
giant
tandem?
tower-like thing over here. We have to defend this giant thing while it's activating.
There's a big green button over here.
Oh god.
Oh god damn it, oh charger.
I like how I kill one screaming and the other one immediately starts.
Throwing grenade!
It's nurseries too.
Calling down a sentry. Fire in the hole! How about a nice cup of liver tea? Reloading! Sending in an eagle!
Oh,
There's something invisible.
I was killed by the
Not on my
impact.
screen.
Democracy.
Oh my god, dude.
We haven't even started the defense. It's the funniest part.
I can't even like get up and get my shit. The way he said liberty, yeah.
Throwing supply beacon.
It's weird because I threw a Gatling. Wait, where's the defense point?
It's gonna be this entire silo. With the O2 on it. The entire
Requesting
thing.
sentry.
When you start it, once we clear bugs.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
Never get the.
Reloading.
God, I swear, yeah, bugs call reinforcements way too damn much.
Definitely feels like that.
Pretty critical. Whose turret is this?
Mine.
It messed up the battery.
Ow. I don't think it can.
Requesting order.
a turret, but like, goddamn. I'm not sure how I feel about that turret if it's not gonna like actually fire when there's bugs around to kill. Oh my god, dude.
Things are going great.
I just feel like I'm wrong-kitted for this at the moment.
Calling down a sentry. Fire in the hole! Calling in reinforcements.
Hit the button until the bugs are cleared. Every time you press it, it'll instantly spawn a new wave while the current wave is still active. So if you fail to clear the bugs, then you can try again.
New mag!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still looking for my flamethrower, but
There's one up here.
that's fine. I can just follow this one. There's a slugger.
Reloading!
Anti-tank.
Yeah.
Breaker. Yeah, it must have been it.
Requesting sentry. That's called democracy. Requesting sentry. Requesting sentry.
Sending down sentry.
Don't ask me how that ricocheted, chat. I have no idea. This is actually pretty good for point control, though. Can't bring us freedom, I shall try.
Requesting air support.
Woo! I was shot by that.
Tagging map. North is 100 meters.
What? Bro, like, they just one-tapped me.
Calling in reinforcements.
I didn't even get hit by that full scream and it killed me.
Alright, we got one down. That ammo over there.
Footbridge. Say hello to democracy.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
And then we go do it for the other silos.
Yeah, I just gotta stop dying. I feel like I'm just not able to like engage them because they're coming from so many different directions. So it's like I'm trying to commit and kill a bunch of them, and it's like I turn, I kill one or two, and then I get stabbed in the back by 5.
Requesting sentry.
Ah.
Calling down a sentry.
Tagging location. Northeast.
Static field taking care of that. Is the static field like infinite?
The more no, it lasts a minute, but
Oh, I'm dead.
Reinforcing.
I got too close to the tower. I think that's what killed me.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Yeah, this one's odd. Like, either we just have really good point control at the moment, or like...
This one hasn't started.
Calling down a sentry.
Oh, what? We
Upper right.
started?
We're prepping it.
What do you mean prepping?
I'll set my turrets up.
Ready?
Yeah, now we can start it.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Calling down a sentry.
Careful, I do have a turret on ground level there.
Throwing grenade. Requesting sentry. Bomb tunnel breach. Sending in an eagle. Reloading.
Okay. Wait, did you say the like Tesla field not infinite?
Yeah.
It's not
talking about
long enough.
the turret one or the one that my mortar is currently launching?
I think it's the one that Flare has.
Yeah, no, that one's not. But you have to prone to crawl through it. Like if you prone, you will die. And then you're straight. Got my turret up there.
Bro, why are the bugs like running from me?
Fire in the hole.
I like don't understand this. I apparently I'm wearing bug repellent. They want nothing to do with me.
They kind of switch priorities to trying to take out the silo while it's charging up. Here we go, one left.
Checking map. East, 200 meters.
Should you say chugging map east 200 meters?
Longer.
Woo. Oh, what the fuck? No, what? Bro! Fuck off, game! They literally spawned an entire wave on me.
Democracy has landed.
I could use my flamethrower. Oh. And then I just... Yeah, what?
Oh goddamn, that's a lot.
What? What?
Can you respawn it?
I have to go around the entire other way around the silo because I'm falling through the world.
Yeah, I noticed that.
About a night.
And of course, I cannot go the other way around the silo because bugs. Lots and lots of bugs.
Deploying sentry.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
Oh, what the heck?
Sentry.
Can you catch up with them?
Requesting sentry.
What the? What? What? Game? What the?
Calling down a
Game?
sentry.
I'm also experiencing some desync lag stuff.
Desync lag? I am stuck doing the creepy crawly here.
Have a taste of this. Calling down a sentry.
There we go. Now it let me out. God damn. Okay, sorry. Were we... Are we on a different silo?
Yes.
So you spent like 10 minutes prepping this silo and y'all already started the other one?
Well, we finished the other one.
And did no prep for this one?
We prepped for this one while you were having fun. With the bug?
Okay, sure. Sure. I'm sure you did.
We were very intimate with that bug. I didn't want to interrupt.
And as a distraction? Yeah, I'm definitely not having fun on this one.
You know, we kind of handled one or two waves of those nurseries while they were setting up over here.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Orbital inbound.
I don't personally like these missions.
Interesting, but
It's lore and shit.
Loading air support.
we all know. Oh, sorry, let's just.
Throwing grenade.
There we go.
Dropping a
Please weapon.
100 meters.
That's just the expendable AT tank right next to it.
Oh, democracy.
Weapon.
I've been grieving them because apparently I forgot to take a support weapon to my kids, so thank you for that.
Proceed
don't
to
always need
extraction
to. In
site
fact, that's
and
the common thing up
initiate
in,
the permanent Hermicide dispersal.
Difficulty 8 and 9s is only one person has the support weapon, and then you just wait for the recall on it.
Like,
Yeah, just so you can have more offensive stratagems. Where is this computer? Oh, here it is.
Oh, can't get the stem pack either.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Are all y'all running like light gear or some shit?
I am.
I am.
So yeah. I still don't have a good set of light gear. That's the only reason I'm not touching it.
I got the terminal.
I mean, the fact that like, it makes it inherently good, to be honest.
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
Where y'all go?
Requesting sentry.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Calling down a sentry. Calling down a sentry. Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Requesting sentries. Requesting air Calling in reinforcing.
Oh, where to go? Yeah, I feel like I'm slow on everything. Sorry. There you go. Crusher.
Canister's empty.
Missed me. Oh shit.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Good.
Ah!
T-minus 20 seconds.
I'm being chased by the crusher.
Calling down a support weapon.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
I don't know. It was behind me, but I think it got distracted.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
I'm back.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
By the way, as I found out, once that
Victory was never
evac
in doubt.
lands, you have all the time in the world until someone gets in. So like you can evac, set it up, and have it drop, and then you could go explore and come back.
Sure.
That seems.
But I don't know that you want to do that. Because the shit just keeps getting harder at that point.
I mean,
Yeah, but if you're like-
want to do some gathering.
Yeah.
Outstanding patriotism. Yeah, no, I did not think that mission was difficult in the slightest. I felt like that mission was buggy, pun intended, and like straight up just like frustrating.
Once you get Bile Titans in, it gets a little dicey, but I think they removed random Bile Titan spawns from difficulty 5.
I mean, I don't mind the occasional Bile Titan. I don't want to see like a Bile Titan every fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think there's specifically only random spawns 7 up, though I may be wrong. I know they pulled them from 5.
Quickly.
Well, we can try a
Well
6.
done.
And I think is it 6 is where you start getting the next one?
No, 7.
No, I mean the like higher level of rarity.
Mat, right? Yeah. For the pink mats, you start at 7.
Okay. Well, let's do a 6.
There, I can drag you.
The bugs swarm across this planet. Choose where to make your stand.
Are they all like 3 missions now?
Yep.
Is that like standard, or is it just because of this campaign?
No, it's standard once you get higher difficulties.
Well done, Helldiver. This operation will swiftly usher this planet's salvation.
I'm not sure I'll have time to complete all of this, but oh, that's 2 40-minute ones? No, fuck that.
And you can just start one.
Oh my god. 40-minute ones. What the hell? I guess we go for the blitz. They're all double 40-minute ones.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
It does seem like we're getting more rewards, at least.
Oh yeah.
Synchronized.
I think it's like start over here.
What is this, a blitz?
Yeah.
This man's not even a part of our Discord. Is there a command for that?
Oh yeah, it's just exclamation point in Discord.
There we go, someone else.
No, I think think I'm gonna take the grenade launcher instead because I can close holes with it.
I'll try the rocket sentry.
Actually, yeah, this is Blitz. I shouldn't be taking the.
Yeah, just join any channel flare. They'll pull you in.
I'll call gas.
Might be on to talk to Star. Or you might have to manually.
Hello. What's going? In a pull and Ku altar and Emi altar? Any tips or advice in them? I know Ku is a great solo unit. Yeah, I mean that's basically they're both really good like cockroach type units where they're just difficult to kill. Emi altar. Emi altar's interesting. Think of him almost like a Squirtoria or like probably more like a Kuro without the charge. He's definitely a little bit more towards like dealing good damage and having okay refund, but he's probably not going to full refund. Not without like Carter. His kit is relatively Ku altar is just like with normal Ku and stuff like that. You kind of want to like get his stuff on cooldown and have it like active and try to like predict the enemy. Hello.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
So I'm going to drop a 380 barrage on that area and run.
Is it actually an effective measure to do that and not kill us all?
Damn it, we have the arty bugs. Watch it, artillery bugs.
Artillery bugs? Oh. I see that.
No stalkers.
Stalkers,
No. I definitely killed a couple of them. There are more. The hell? Thing fucking took an impact grenade right to the face. I know it has front armor, but like, it's a grenade.
Reloading!
It bounces off.
Oh, it's an impact. It doesn't.
Oh god, the hunter just walked with bird.
Holy shit, there's just a ton on the radar.
Tag's empty!
I definitely don't like how little the ammo is on the breaker now. I'm okay with them reducing the amount, like, before reload, but then they should have added the amount that you carry.
10 minutes remaining.
Like, it shouldn't have been 7 mags still then at that point.
It's definitely a little bit too low for my liking.
But I can see why people got upset. Not because, like, hey, you nerfed the thing, but, like, more because it's like, okay, you nerfed it, but you didn't really buff a lot of other stuff. And what am I supposed to do?
Requesting stop.
Firing orbital strike.
Oh, what is that?
Stealth buff.
Oh,
I like how I get hit sometimes while using the grenade launcher and I hear it go off and there's no projectile. I don't know, but we got these like super gas vials, dude. That's not a vial. Well, okay, maybe what you guys are facing is. Guys, holy shit! Let me fucking move!
No mag.
Claire, did you get that one that was up there?
Get the what? The desk?
Space, yeah.
Yeah. We're done with the mission now. We can leave. You want? Yeah.
Oh my god. Someone should tell them that Nickelodeon's over.
No, you getting slimed.
They're trying. I desperately need a resupply, but I can't stop to do it. I've got a pain train behind me.
Last reload.
Yeah.
Calling down supplies.
Deploying equipment package.
Okay, I'm calling
Dropping a
supplies
pin. East, 100 meters.
in. Near profit. He's actually running.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be near me. There's a lot of bugs.
Extraction is
Calling down the sentry.
Bug outpost. Requesting air support.
The best
Where
part
I'm
about
at,
the
Bob,
Slugger is just
deviate
deviating
over me.
above this stuff.
Here north.
Down something.
So we're, oh, look, got third stalker nest. Lovely.
Last reload. Mag's empty. Orbital inbound. Requesting orbital.
Okay, I got an orbital laser on that sucker. Oh my god, get off me!
Prepare to exterminate.
Bob, you left me, you bastard!
I'm doing what I can, but everything was.
No, you're not! You're running! I see you!
Yeah, I'm running for my life.
Guess what I'm in? Whew. That hole actually worked, thank God. Stop
Let
the
me
charger.
call in the extraction here, Cat.
Castle, thank you for the 59. How you doing?
extraction.
I'm just gonna warn you, there's a couple chargers following us.
Only a couple.
Only a couple. Ah, no! Jesus! Eliminated by Bob after all of that.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
See the other charges. Shot those.
Oh God, let me get up.
Oh, watch the spitter, watch the spitter. And mortars. Watch everything.
Oh, y'all can handle that. I'm tired of running for my life and dying.
Oh God, he went through the cliff.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
I'm throwing in gas.
Calling in orbital strike.
I dropped
Reinforcing. Requesting orbital strike. Reloading.
Of course, eliminated by myself. I didn't trigger that. The enemy did, so I was not eliminated by myself.
Freedom never sleeps.
I need a reinforcement when possible.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Thanks, Chief. That's file title.
Reporting to the front for God's sakes. I have a lot of ass on my mind.
Bob killed me. Call in reinforcements again.
We can go now.
Calling in orbital strike.
Countdown initiated.
Judging by this,
Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Those mortar artillery motherfuckers are like impact grenades and
You
kill
have
those, by the
maintained
way.
our way of life.
For what?
The mortar assholes.
I don't think I ever got close enough to a mortar guy. I'm dead honest.
The big green ones?
Yeah, no, I just had the spitter on me the whole time.
Restalker nest. Screw you, game.
And then just, you know, casual Bile-Titan spawning.
Yeah, I feel like, especially
Extreme, I guess.
at this difficulty, it should not be spawning 3 stalker guys. That should be something like reserved for the highest difficulty, I feel like.
Never seen a triple stalker nest spawn.
Yeah.
You just did. Welcome to Super Earth.
I never saw the second Bile Titan you guys were talking about.
It was on the far side of the. We were in the respawn place, so we never. I saw it from the sky, but I never got close to it.
Well done.
Oh,
With
let's
the
see,
termicide
how much,
pumping, any bugs left
friendly
down there
fire
are probably
damage I
dead.
did? 1,100.
I believe it.
I mean,
Never gonna be cats.
I dropped a
12,000.
respawn. I dropped a respawn on your head, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You 100% splatted me, and I was gonna make it out of that alive too.
I couldn't see you in my defense, but I am sorry.
No, to be fair, I understand how you couldn't see me. I was ass deep in Terminid. Okay, so like, the hilarious part was I actually was gonna make it out. I was diving, they weren't able to hit me, and then at the end of my dive, you splatted me. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
Yep. Sounds about right. I think that's gonna be.
Okay, understandable.
Have to some other stuff real quick.
Thousands of freedom-loving citizens were killed in the mines.
So do you guys recommend, what do you recommend for airstrikes then? Because I only have the napalm one.
the regular airstrike solid, I run it constantly. 110s are fine. 500, obviously, if you can get
So
it.
how do you know what direction it's gonna like go in though? Or does it
that
just
one's
pick?
that one's parallel to you when you throw it.
Okay.
So like the walking barrage is like directly away from you, and the airstrike is parallel.
Ugh. I
You just
couldn't
gotta
see you
be
in
careful when
misdetermined
running
purposes.
double eagles, because when it goes to rearm, you lose your other eagles as well. So
You lose your other eagles. What do you mean?
Yeah. So if you bring 2 eagles and say
Yeah,
you throw
yeah,
out
I
your
got you.
airstrikes,
Because
you
it's
still have your
because you're
napalm.
sending them back to base.
Yeah, to rearm. So that's why most people only run 1 eagle. But other than that, like a lot of the other stuff is you basically got it. The autocannon would probably. Can you get the autocannon?
What do you
that
mean?
would probably be the next one.
I'm having a hard time of like, I guess I just need to buy the Liberator Penetrator because it's better than the fucking like arc thing, isn't it?
Probably. Yeah. I'd buy that starter shotgun too. That got buffed. The Punisher from page 1.
Yeah, but is it, I don't think it's better than the Breaker.
Yeah, it is. It staggers. So those bile things, like every time you shoot at them, it's stagger and they can't spew at you. And then there's the Slugger on page 8, which is the same version, but is a slug, so it has armor pen.
Okay, got that. Then wait, have I unlocked the next page now? Yeah, okay, so now I have. Next one's the stamina enhancement. Oh, finally the counter sniper. I'll at least be interested to try that out. And, ooh, is this the scout
Alright,
armor?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
It is! I just wish it had a better effect.
Oh, that? The Trailblazer?
Yeah.
It's alright. I'm using the very first one still, actually, the Infiltrator.
I'm using the deluxe version armor because it was medium and it had the, like, what is it, 50% chance to not die to something that would kill you, which has saved me so many times. I can't tell you how many times I've been ragdolled out of an explosion or some other such nonsense only to live and get back up and keep running. So it's been really, like, to me, that effect is probably the best effect out of all of them.
Yeah. The main issue so far is your headgear is apparently not affected by your armoring.
Yeah, I think headgear is purely cosmetic at this point.
Yeah, well, the enemies can headshot you though.
Yep.
And it takes the same amount of headshots for any armor you're wearing.
Yeah.
That's a fun thing.
They can also just crit, which doesn't even rely on
I think that's just weird hitboxing for where the head is.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I guess this is gonna have to be it for me as well, since I don't really have time to do a 40-minute mission.
Do they? Oh wait. Oh, okay. It's not. It is in the exterminate. Yeah, it's gonna be 240 minutes.
Yeah, which is, like I said, I tried to see if there were other options that I could do, but there weren't. Chat, I'm gonna send you guys over to Mr. Caldigers. He's also playing some Helldivers tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. The only issue with that is tomorrow is the day before the deadline for me. It is entirely possible I have to cancel stream tomorrow. That's the warning I will give you. I hope I don't have to, though. So, but it's going to depend on whether or not I can resolve the issue that I have with the current return I'm working on. So. But yeah, in the meantime, feel free to check me out on YouTube. Those of you guys on YouTube, feel free to check me out on Twitch. And again, don't forget to always welcome to have you guys on the Discord. Have a good evening. Go give gurus my love, and later.
You're welcome.